Two wild Yinzers kicking through the door, loud like a jag-off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. From the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide where the laughs always flow. Black and gold thunder everywhere they go. The madcap kings breaking every mold. With two Dum Yinzers, the stories don't get old. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. Yeah, great to be back. Glad to be back. It's episode 961 of the Two Dum Yinzers. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just 39 short episodes away from the big 1,000. I got some news on that here shortly, in just a couple of minutes. I want to say to everybody today, welcome to the show. Glad to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome back. Mike, it's starting to look like a game of Where's Waldo? Looking for that pesky, elusive Sasquatch, Aaron Rodgers, Mike, as there's no word of where he's at today. I'm not really that concerned by that. We're gonna get to that and a whole lot more here in just a few minutes. Also today, Mike, we're going to talk about a lot of Pittsburgh sporting events going on this weekend. You do have the Pirates finishing their road stand. You have the the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Also, Mike, the Pittsburgh Passion in their second week of their women's football season. A lot to get into today. Glad to see everybody. Welcome back to the show. Let's jump on the no, Mike, how are you?
I'm good, brother. I am on high alert to find the Ayahuasca Express. Me and Wolf Blitzer are tracking this the way we used to track the Malaysian Airlines flight that was lost in the Pacific. We are on top of it.
I was thinking something along the lines of the way that Jerry Sandusky used to track down the 10-year-olds running around, but yours is just as good. Wolf Blitzer, Malaysia. All right. It works. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Let's get on the board. Lots going on today. I don't want to miss anybody. We do have a lot to get into, Mike, as a lot is going on. We're on Aaron Rodgers' watch as of right now. We'll get into that here just shortly. Let me say good afternoon to you. I'm going to start with my man, the GOAT. The GOAT's in the house. Tyrone, my man. Always great seeing Ty. Hope things are going well for you, buddy. As we keep our eyes open, we keep our eyes peeled, if you will, for the arrival of Aaron Rodgers is the big news today. Unless you are under a rock, that is what's going on. Tortilla, he says, I got you. Holy plot twist, gotcha. And that's kind of what I thought you meant at first. And I thought, oh, if he goes off of that, that's cool. I'll figure it out eventually. But I figured you were talking about holy plot twist. Somber, how are you? Always great seeing Somber. Cody says, who's Holly? And then Cody replies, Holly Ringwald. Holly Ringwald is what he replies. Tortilla says, I can't spell. Great to see all you guys. Somber, Tortilla, Cody, everybody today in the house. Also, Tortilla says this. Holy one has one L. Holy only has one L. I'm sorry, since when? Let's go to Cody. Cody says the only thing holy is Tyrone sweats. Around in town, Tyrone says Tortilla buys says this. He says Tyrone buys candy from Taco Bell. He buys candy from Taco Bell. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says the recently removed stadium seats are now for sale for anyone interested. Listen, if you're doing it, I'm going to read your next message and I'm going to give you a little bit of advice because I'm involved in this in a capacity. He says this about 22,000 seats at the home of the Steelers since 2001 are up for sale. Single seats are $399, pairs $599. Autographed seat backs by different Steeler legends will be available for $299. Now this is cool, and if you want to have that, to have it, it's amazing and they're awesome and really heavy, especially if you get the ones that are connected. I bought as soon as they tore Three River Stadium down, which is 30 years, almost 20, 25, 30 years ago now. I jumped on this too. I said, you know what? If I get one of these sets of seats, which was $250 at the time, and it was the two seats together, I got a yellow set, and they're about 500 pounds if they're a pound. But one thing I thought to myself, if I keep these long enough, they'll certainly be worth something. They'll be the the seats that were in the stadium when the Pirates were doing great things. The Steelers were winning Super Bowls. And I bought it. And I thought, you know what? This is a good investment. However, here I am 26 years later. And I looked up what people are paying for the Three River Stadium seats that I have, literally less or right around what I paid for them. Almost 3 decades later. So again, if you want them to have an awesome piece to talk about for your Steeler room, your Steeler den, your collection, whatever the case may be, have at it. I mean, they are nice. They're great to have. Again, I've been lugging mine around for about 30 years. Anytime I moved anything like this, I have to lug them. They're heavy as shit. They really are, especially if you get the two that are together. But at the end of the day, guys, as I said, it's like a used car. As soon as you get it, the price starts going down on these things, and I wasn't expecting that. But that is where I'm at almost 30 years later. So do what you want with that. You can buy them, have them. They are awesome again to have. But at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm gonna ever make money on them. I just thought to myself, if I buy these, it'll be like Forbes Field one day, and I'll have seats, and everybody will want them, and they'll be paying top dollar. But that's not the case. So buyer beware on that. But again, they are really cool. They're nice to have, and I'm probably gonna keep them the rest of my life.
You should.
I have no option unless I want to lose money on them. Let's go back to the board. Say what's up to everybody. Right here, Somber says unautographed backs are $199 and unautographed bottoms are $129. Seats available in gold and gray. Also, Somber says I'll put the link in the Discord. Okay, thank you, sir. And we did get your other Discords. We appreciate that. We'll do this here. We'll do this in a little bit. Also, Tyrone says no, sir. I had Taco Bell last night. You know what? Taco Bell sounds really good. You know what I'm really craving today, Mike?
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about a Pittsburgh sub, like a Permani, but on a sub, maybe from like the local pizza joint downtown or next to town over with the chili willies. I'm really feeling a steak sub with French fries and everything on it. That's really feeling like it's going to be my meal for the day, as I'm starving as we just start the show. But I think that's the route we're going to go. Let's do stick on the board here.
Sounds really good.
Well, the more I think about it, the more I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna try to focus my attention on the board entirely. I'm going to say what's up to Sauce. Sauce says, what I got skipped for Somber out of people in here? Shaking my freaking head. I did not even see Sauce. Let me apologize to you first.
Oh, dang.
And then I'm going to go back and see. Up there you are. I'm so sorry, dude. I seriously didn't even mean that. Sauce says this. Rodgers is obviously in Pittsburgh. Mac asked Con if he was coming to town this weekend, and he answered vaguely. He's obviously trying to not talk about it. That is so true. We don't know where he's at. Again, like the ever-elusive Sasquatch, everyone has their eyes out for Aaron Rodgers in town this week as he's supposed to be on his way to the Berg on a plane flying to talk to the Steelers about re-signing with the Steelers for one more season. So everybody's got their eyes wide open on that. And you know what? In my opinion, it's kind of a non-story. It's just everybody's so anxious at this point. This is all you want to talk about. And all people, where's Rodgers? Is he coming? Is he not coming? So at this point, I kind of still feel that it's a non-story. If it's Saturday night and there's still no word from Rodgers, I think then we could be concerned. But again, at the end of the day, Mike, he was due to be here today at some point. So I'm not too concerned yet. But whether there's case to be, whether there's not, I don't know. But that is what's going on right now in the Berg, Mike.
I do know. I checked some of the local truck stops. Me and the gals were going for a look on it. We cannot find the Ayahuasca Express, but we're looking for it. It is kind of concerning that Omar Khan does not know where he is. Maybe Omar Khan was drinking some ayahuasca and is now blinded and literally cannot see. And Aaron Rodgers is sitting across the negotiating table with him.
Or they partied all night and Aaron hasn't made it out.
That could be the case right there. It's only a matter of time before this thing gets resolved, because if I finally saw someone like tweet, like a national person, like maybe like the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers kind of know what's going on and we don't. Like, you think, right, brother? Right. You think? We here at the Dum Yinzers have only been talking about that since the end of the offseason. Since Mike McCarthy was hired. Everyone involves, anytime you see them in front of a microphone, go, yeah, we're in communication. Yeah, we're in communication. So do you think they know what there's going on? It only took you guys 4 fucking months to figure it out? Welcome, to quote John McClane, welcome to the party, pal.
All right, there you go, everybody.
I'm fired up today.
Mike is on a roll. Let's go ahead and jump to somber LOL. Cody says old people stick together. Matter of fact, old people hate each other. That's one thing that I did learn in my life. Old people don't like each other. They just go through the motions. Let's go here to Tortilla. Tortilla says this. He says a rolly chair made out of a Steelers stadium seat. Cody says roly holy tortilla spitting bars. Somber says, yeah, it's just for a man cave or something. Tortilla holy roly on my wrist. He says, Corey, what's up, bro? Always great seeing Corey over Don't Drink That. He said, hey, fellas, been so busy all week. Couldn't catch the show. Glad to be here today. Glad to see you, Corey. I know that you're busy, man. A lot of things you're accomplishing and getting done with your show. Super excited for you, man, and glad to see you. Hope all is going good for you. Cody says this, or Somber says this. Cody is 30, by the way. You're officially an unk when you hit 26. You guys just wait. Because here's the thing.
26.
I was just 26. I'm just going to give you a warning, Cody. You'll be where we are in no time at all, believe me. And when people used to say that when we were young, we thought, okay, whatever, you're fucking old, and this is just what you say. It is so true. You wake up one day in your 40s, and it's like, that's unbelievable. What the fuck happened? I was just making fun of older people. It felt like not that long ago for being old. But there you go. Let's scoot along here a little bit. Tortilla, he says, roly. Cody, don't do this to me, Somber. Not you. Ronald Albright in the house. What's up, Ronald? Always great seeing Ronald on the terrible board. He says, Tyrone sweats may be holy, but my socks are the only clothes item that had to have its own circumcision, exorcism.
Its own circumcision.
But there you go, Ronald. Great seeing you on a terrible board with his unholy socks, or his, I guess they're holy socks, but good to see Ty Vegas. What's up, dude? Have you had the Roethlisberger? Absolutely. It's similar. Matter of fact, it is the Roethlisberger, just depending on where you go with the fries and the steak. But that's probably what I'm going to do today. I'm feeling it, man. I'm really feeling it. Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says Tyrone got JPJ PJs. JPJ PJs. Early game ball. Candidate that bars, Cody says. Ronald, what the fuck? Cody, yeah.
Do you think? Never mind. I was gonna say, do you think Tyrone has a little teddy bear that has a JPJ jersey on that he cuddles with as well?
I would. I don't know. I don't see why that would be off or different. Let's go here to Cody. Or Cody says, read the top messages, Tyrone. Let's go here to right here to Corey. Don't drink that. I saw a stupid video where it said Aller's giving Steelers pause on Rodgers. Give me a fucking break. Even pause. Steelers pause on Rodgers. Tortilla says we were hiding Aaron Rodgers in the bathroom upstairs. Well, he's not hiding in the bathroom stalls in the locker room. I'm sure they're probably already occupado. Cody says he's hiding in one of the two stalls. There it is. He's hiding in one of the two stalls. Tyrone says, "Damn, so I only got 1 year till I'm monk. That's BS." Sash, like I said, just wait. You're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be like, "Holy fuck, everybody's calling me old." That was my thing. I worked with an older gentleman in my one job that I was at forever, and I would always, that was kind of the running gag. I would just tell him how old he was all the time. But I guess life has its ways. Let's go to go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say where I work, there's a lot of younger kids there, and I'll go to pick something up, and they're like, "No, we got it, old man." I'm like, "Old, man." I'm like, I am your future. You're 23, 24 right now. I used to say the same thing to guys my age. You just wait. You're one bad turn and your knee twisting and popping and never being the same, brother.
I gotta be. I'm not gonna go on, but yeah. Let's go on. Let's go right here to Ty. Ty says, "Damn, so I got okay. We did get that one." Sasha says, "People call me Unk on the Steelers Discord, and I'm 24 plus 10. Like, come on. Yeah, I tell you what, them 40s they sneak up on you. I'm telling you. Don't play with me." Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says, "You have been looking forward to getting a colon." As a matter of fact, I'm never getting that. As a matter of fact, I'll die a horrible colon cancer before I do that. I'm just saying. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah, good.
It might not be the best plan, but it is a plan.
I mean, you got to go some way. So, here's the thing. I'm pushing 50. So, I mean, if I get older and they start talking about that kind of shit, I'm out. I'm out. I mean, come on. If you already made it that far, why have a dude stick his finger in your ass? Why? You're on your way out. So here's the thing. He's going to stick his finger in your ass. He's going to tell you you're okay. And then you're going to have a fucking heart attack like 3 months later. So what's the difference?
What you ever notice? Like, you don't go to the hospital. You're not on any of the medications or following, what you actually probably should be doing, and you're fine. But the minute they tell you there's something wrong with you, boom, you're dead.
Cody says, "Damn." And listen, I'm not 50. I'm like 3 years away from being 50. So I was just the point I was trying to make. But here's the thing, Mike. I'm reading this a lot lately. These people with this cancer, these tumors, they hold the cancer within the tumor, and then once people go and get that biopsy, it enters into your bloodstream, and that's when things really start accelerating. I don't know. Look it up sometime. It's interesting, and that's what the tumor does. It actually it houses the cancerous cells that's in your body, and it keeps them in that one concentrated spot. I don't know what the resolve is to all this, but I do know that I'm reading as soon as they puncture it to do the testing at the biopsy, that enters your bloodstream then, and then it's more accelerated. So again, just interesting stuff that I'm gonna have to remember, because I'm not letting a dude stick his thumb up my ass. That's just gonna be the way that it is. Let's do Scoot Along here on the terrible board, though. Great seeing everybody today. Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Funk.
Yeah.
Funk.
Let's go here. Colonoscopy, they put more than her finger in your ass. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's not. I refuse. Until I got colon fucking cancer. Then I'm going to be the biggest baby in the world.
Right?
I'll be...
It's all fun and games until the reality smacks you in the face, brother.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in that day. Vegas says this. Always great seeing Vegas all the way from Las Vegas. He says, "You're not awake during the colonoscopy, but you do have to drink a bunch of stuff." See, that's what I know. Tortilla. He says, "Mark Cabulli eats vegetables. He even ate the wheelchair too." Vegas says, "Ryan thinks that's what I do think." And now that I know that I'm asleep, I'm even more scared. I thought at least if I'm awake, I know what's going on. I don't know what these doctor types are up to. I don't know what they're up to. Let's go here to Mark Malone. Yeah, what's up, Mark? Always great seeing the great Mark Malone on the terrible board. He says this. He says, "Yeah, they give you the date rape drug before the colonoscopy," which all sounds fine and dandy. But let's go here to Sausages. I saw a tweet. MetLife Stadium is burning, massive black smoke. The best comment was the Jets have found a quarterback. Reference to how the Pope gets elected. That's a good one, Sauce. Early on, a couple early game ball candidates, Mike. Let's scoot up here. Cody says, Mike says, one finger better make it two.
Two.
And then
You better
also,
make it three, brother.
Sosh says this. It's been, it's real, by the way. There was a fire at MetLife. That's wild, man. Maybe they're, I don't know. Maybe the mafia. Remember how they buried Jimmy Hoff in the old Giants stadium? Maybe they're burning somebody. Who knows? Who knows what's going on down there in New Jersey? No less. Guys, so welcome back to the show. Great to see everyone today. Let me go over these things before we do get started. Mike, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they do win the series over the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday with a 4-2 win. They win the series 2-1 over the Backs. Mike, they improved to 21-17 on the season. They start the new 3-game set against the Giants tonight. That game starts at 10:15 our time. Game 1 of 3 at San Francisco. They wrap this one up. They'll be on their way back home, Mike. And as I said earlier in the week, once this series is over this weekend, that will be a quarter of the baseball season will be done, out of the way, behind us, if you will, Mike. Getting closer and closer to football season. Pittsburgh Pirates tonight, 10:15. The Pittsburgh,
that's that we're almost a quarter of a way through the season. It feels like we just started for the Buccos.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm dumbfounded. I'm flabbergasted. I'm at a loss for words.
Also, Mike, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. The Riverhounds back in action tonight. They travel to Louisville City FC tomorrow. That game's at 7 o'clock. Pittsburgh Passion, week 2 in their season. The WFA, of course, our women here in Pittsburgh to play football. The Passion traveled to play the DC Divas, Mike. As you remember last year, they were the team that knocked us out of the playoffs. We thought we had it. I thought we were a better team than they were. They just outplayed us that week. The DC Divas are hosting our Passion tomorrow at 6. That game will be on YouTube.
Let's go Passion. We get over the hump, man. We need the ladies to pull it out again. Be champions.
And finally, Mike, the UFL. The UFL, they are kicking off week 7 of their 10-week season tonight. Tonight on, I don't know what channel, but it is on TV. The Columbus football team travels to play the St. Louis Battlehawks. That's an 8 o'clock start tonight. Tomorrow, Louisville travels to D.C. That's a 1:30 start. And then there's a second game also. Dallas will travel to Birmingham. That's an 8 o'clock start tomorrow. And Sunday, the Orlando football team travels to Houston to take on the Renegades, Mike. That is a 6 o'clock start, the only game on Sunday in the UFL. And that wraps up week 7, just 3 more weeks in that regular season. So then, again, just these spring sports, they really let you watch out how this, the off season, it allows the off season to just flow a little bit better. If you didn't have these other sports to follow and such, I think that it would drag along. But here we are, like 7 weeks through in the UFL. We have, again, the Pirates a quarter of the way through their baseball season. You know that baseball season, like, it takes forever. So again, knocking it out, Mike. The rookies start rookie camp today. We have a list of everybody that's there. We have a list of all the new numbers. We have so much stuff to get into today, as we all are keeping our eye on Waldo, or looking out for Waldo or Aaron Rodgers. If he shows up in a red and white striped shirt, I don't know what I'll do. But Aaron Rodgers due to be here in town this weekend to talk about the re-signing for the Steelers. We think yesterday getting the word that he was going to be hopping on a plane from Santa Clara, California, on his way to the Berg. Everyone keeping a very close eye out to see if they see Aaron Rodgers.
I do want to say I've checked, like I said, I checked a couple of the Chuck stuff. I didn't see him anywhere. I checked Sheets, checked the bathroom at Sheets. Jeff Reed said he did not see him in there either. So there's a couple locations that I've checked that know Aaron Rodgers. So there might be a couple other places that we need to check after the show to find out where he is, but we're right on top of it here.
There will be no stone left unturned. I swear to you, not a Yinzer in town will stop till the search is over, Mike. I swear. Everybody's going to be very on top of this all weekend. There's no two ways about that. Let's scoot along a little bit here on the board. I don't want to get too far behind today. Keep up with the flow. Sosh, okay, we did get that. Cody said Jimmy Hoffa. Jimmy Hoffa was way before me, I think. I don't even know when the hell Jimmy Hoffa was. What was that, the 50s?
You were a teenager when that happened.
Yeah. When the hell was Jimmy Hoffa? Was that the 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s? When the fuck was that? I don't even know.
The 60s, maybe?
I don't know. Vegas says you might want to check your insurance policy. You might be. Yeah, I don't do that. Like, wait, I sense that you're checking the Jimmy Hoffa. So I'm just kind of stringing along.
Yeah, I am. Disappeared 1975.
75. Wow, that's a lot later than I thought.
Yeah.
Still wasn't born on that, though. Let's go to Sauce. Sauce says, wait, did the NFL and the NFL refs get a deal done? Is that new? Just saw a tweet about that, Mike. What's the news on that?
That is true. I just saw here, according to Shefty, they reached an agreement for 7 years, so it'll run through 2032. I haven't seen any details on it yet, so I don't know if they're now full-time and what the new requirements are and everything. But yeah, it's a 7-year deal, so that we won't have to worry about the replacement officials.
All right, there you go, guys. If you're concerned about the officials, they got it figured out for 7 years, so that's good. Hey, we don't have to worry about that now. Another thing knocked out that's going to allow us to get closer and closer to football, guys. Vegas says women football should be like the lingerie, and you know what? I think there should be both. I think women should play like regular football, like they do in the WFA, and I also do like the lingerie football as well. Of course, very, very entertaining. I got into that for a long time while it was on. I wish it would come back. You're not wrong. Let's go to where are we? Right here. Mark Caboli in the house. Always great seeing Caboli. He says, if you need a lady to pull it out for you, just call Tortilla's mom. Caboli, come on, guys. Cody says this Tortilla's mom is in college at Penn State.
Oh, yes, she is, brother. She taught me thing or 12.
Tortilla, he's catching, his mom's catching a lot of strays here on Mother's Day weekend, no less, guys. Kind of a bit surprised to see what's going on. Jason Atkins, always seeing him on the terrible board. He says NFL schedule release is next Thursday. Is that finalized? I do know that they were talking about it being a little bit later this year, which if that's official, I'll take your word. I just do know that it was supposed to be something or the 16th, and then they were like, well, it could be the 18th. I don't know. So if that's official, I trust you on that. Mike, if you could just look real quick, we'll confirm NFL schedule release. Because it was supposed to be like between the 14th and the 16th, and then they ended up saying it could be later.
Yeah. I'm looking it up now. I'm seeing it set for Thursday, May 14th.
All right, maybe that's the word. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the 14th or the 6th through. It was supposed to be
14th through the 18th. Yeah,
and then they later came out and said it could be the 18th as well, which I think would be what the following Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would make sense. But there you go, guys. We'll start keeping our eye open mid to late next week. Vegas, never too late to learn. Never too late to learn. Also, Corey, don't drink that says, what do you guys think of Eli Heidenreich? I saw him and then looked him up because he gave me McCaffrey vibes, and little to no surprise, he impressed me a bit. He has some. I mean, he's impressive to a degree. Absolutely. If you're watching him playing games with Navy against Navy competition, we're gonna have to see. That's the thing. I mean, we love him here in Pittsburgh. He's from Mount Lebanon, and he's just somebody that people look up to. He went on to the Navy, of course, and played football and got drafted in the NFL. So again, I know people here love him, but I don't know if that's going to translate down on the field. We're gonna have to see the guy play. When you're the last guy picked on your team, a lot of times it doesn't work out for you. But if he has the heart of Rudy, perhaps, Mike, it could be a situation where the guy could make it. Some speculating that every one of these draft picks are going to make this team. We won't know till that comes around. But I like him. Listen, for what it is, I always like to root for the underdog, and I like the freak. Everybody in the middle is just kind of the middle to me. The underdog and the freaks are always the ones that catch my attention. So I'm rooting for him in that sense because he has that underdog vibe to him.
He does, and right now he's one of Vanilla Thunder's certified dogs. Right now he's on dog watch. I think he has really good potential, but can he put it together? Like Ryan was saying, going up against the competition that Navy was going up against, to now what you're going to do in the NFL, and the way he was used at Navy wasn't used in a traditional sense. They run like the wing tee there. So this isn't the 1940s anymore. No one really runs that, so you can catch people off guard. But he has some really good athletic ability. When you watch him play, he's nice. He's shifty. Dude does seem like a hard worker. So it's going to be fun to see if he can, translate that to the next level. Because if he can, he can have a huge impact in this offense. Thinking about the little things that Kenny Gainwell did, those little quick catches out of the backfield. He could be that type of player, at least this season, get his feet wet with those little quick passes out of the backfield, quick little, push passes to him. So it's going to be awesome. Yes, Vanilla Thunder is talking in the third person today. I've actually had coffee before the show, so I am wired.
You think? You haven't shut up yet. Fuck. Let's go here. Jamal says, gang in this thing. What up? Gang in this thing. Like chicken wing on a string from Burger King. What's up, my man? Great seeing Ty Jamal in the house. Let's go here to Caboli again. Mark Caboli. Kicking some dust up here a little bit today early. He says, I told you guys I seen him at the John Eagles when I took Tortilla's mom for a new pack of sausages. Wait a minute. Where is Tortilla? Where is he anyway?
I haven't seen the little Tortilla.
Yeah.
He was here early. He was here early. Yeah, I'm gonna say I saw that Carson Beck looking full.
Yeah, me too. Let's scoot along. Vegas says this. Hopefully they put Eli at wide receiver, but not running back. But he can play both wide receivers, have long career. Yeah, and the thing is, we're just gonna have to see. I mean, again, it sounds like a great story. You'd love to see it, but yeah, it's a cutthroat business at the end of the day. The feel good stories don't always pan out like you'd like them to, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, as I said, there's a million kids coming out every year, and they all have the same dream. So he's here. He's from here. I hope him the best, but I can't guarantee or even begin to speculate that he'll make the team, but I hope he does. Jamal, Cody laughed my ass off. Ty did throw up the numbers. Let's go over these numbers, Mike. The new rookie numbers have been passed out. We have the official numbers as of this morning. This is what it looks like. Mad Max is going to be number 71. Our first pick is going to be number 71. Mike. Jeremy Bernard, number 17, going with the old Mike Wallace number. 17, Jeremy Bernard. Drew Aller, 16. This guy going old Charlie Batch. A little Charlie Batch with the number 16. Mike also, Dalen Everett, he is going with number 23. You can never go wrong. You can never go wrong with number 23. You just can't.
It's a solid number. It looks good on a DB.
I've never seen anybody wear number 23 and suck. Never in my life at anything. Let's go to Dunker. Dunker's going to be wearing number 73 officially.
Isn't that Justin Strelzik's old number? I think
is. Absolutely is.
And that fits perfect, man. They have like the same personality.
Let's go to the next one. Weejan. Mike Weejan is going to be wearing number 42. Noah Kowski will be wearing number 37. The fullback. 37. Rubio, Mike's 96. Brenston Buckner.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd like 96 on a big old D lineman.
RSJ, of course, Mike, number 28.
Another good number for a safety in Pittsburgh. I like it.
And finally, Eli. He's going to be wearing number 29. So those are the official numbers. I know we had a lot of speculation and some unofficials throughout the weeks, but that is as we speak, because of right now, it is Max 71, Jeremy 17, Aller 16, Everett 23, Dunker 73, Weejan 42, Noah Kowski 37, Rubio 96, RSJ 28, Eli 29. That is the official numbers, guys, as the rookie camp starts today. In Pittsburgh. Also, a lot of things that are also going on. We're certainly keeping our ears open to see if Aaron Rodgers had showed up here in the Berg, if he's on his way. Nobody knows where he's at. We'll get to what Omar Khan says here in just a minute. I do want to stay fresh on the board today as it's Friday, heading into the weekend. So much stuff going on with our sports guys. So I don't want to miss anything today. Let's move forward on the board here a little bit. Just me, Layla. I do want to say welcome to the show. Just me, Layla. Welcome to the Terrible Board. Welcome to the show. She says, wait, I think I know you. It's possible. Let's scoot along right up here to Sauce. Sauce says this. He says, they aren't full-time, but the agreement includes increased access to officials in the offseason, development of a bench of officials in a new formal training program. And I do want to say what's up to Sauce all the way from Switzerland. Hope things are going good for you over there, sir. And thank you for being on the show. Let's scoot back up here to Just Me, Layla. She says, are you on the radio? We are not at the time. Just right here. Cody says this. Bernard is mid. They should give him number 10. Jason says it's official. What's up, bro? Always great seeing Jason Atkins on the board. Always great seeing him here on the show. My man, he says it's official. It's official. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says Bernard is going to be AARP's favorite target by mid-season. You know what? As long as he has a favorite target, the people that he don't like, that's what I'm getting annoyed about. Don't throw it to this guy. Don't throw it to that guy. Don't throw it to this guy. I mean, whether you think it's a good thing or not, you have to use your weapons. You can't not throw it to a guy and then say you don't have weapons. Roman Wilson didn't drop any balls all year, Mike, until he fumbled that ball at the very end of the season. Don't tell me you don't have any weapons.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't do that this year too with the amount of actual weapons that we now have on this team.
Let's go here to Tyrone. Tyrone says, "Shut up, hamster." Let's go to Cody. Cody said, "AARP's favorite target is going to be whoever is behind the line of scrimmage." Let's hope that that's not the case. Somber Pickens, my man. He said, "This Brooke Pryor got an email from the NFL about the schedule yesterday saying soon." That's why I knew that there was a little bit of gray area with this, Somber. And that's why I made the point to say that, because they did say that it was going to be next week. I think Wednesday through Friday it was supposed to be out. And then they came back and said it could be a little later, implying that it could be the following Monday. So whatever. I don't doubt the board. I believe that the board is incredibly intelligent, and I'll take your word. Let's go right back to Tortilla. Excuse me, on the board. He says Mark Kabuli is only mad because pushed him over and it took him 4 hours to get back up. Are you saying somebody cow tipped Kabuli? Of course, cow tipping was big on the show earlier in the week. It was. Let's go here to Ronald Albright. He says this. Ronald says, I do want to say what's up to you, sir, and welcome to the Terrible Board. He says, Weejan, what are all your predictions for touchdown, returns, over, under? Listen, it all sounds great until they get in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't. At this point, I'm still pessimistic about a lot of things. I'm still at the point where I got to see, because here's the thing, Ron. Remember last year we thought, let's Caleb Johnson. We're going to throw him in the backfield. It's going to be him and Kenny, and it's going to be Jaylen Warren, and it's all going to be good. And we got Caleb Johnson. And we thought we could do this, we could do that, we could throw to this guy, we could use this guy. And then you're halfway through the season and you're saying, oh, well, they never put Caleb Johnson back in after the muff up in the second game of the year against Seattle. So, again, you got to see the guy out there. It's easy to speculate, and I hope that he scores lots of touchdowns, but it's not an easy thing to do. Certainly, Mike, with the new way that they do kickoffs, everything is very compact in that 30-yard area of the field. I want to say that I predict multiple touchdowns, Ron, but in all honesty, I really have to see the kid play out there with other NFL players before I could even make that prediction. I wish I could do more. I wish I could give you a better prediction. I just can't.
Me too. Like I like what you see on film from him.
Yes.
There's a lot of really good returners that come into the pros and can't cut it. But hopefully this guy can, because man, he's shifty, he's fast, he knows what he's doing. He really is just a primary returner. So if he can just be that guy, I don't need him to be, Devin Hester. You don't need to be the second coming of Devin Hester. But if you can give me the way, Tone and AB were back there returning kicks before they came everyday starters, I will take that to where they have a threat. Every time they're like, oh, this might be not just a touchdown like every time, but oh, man, that's the danger of being a nice 20, 30, 40-yard return to spark the team. If he can give me that and mix in 1 or 2 touchdowns, I'll be happy. And I want it better than someone just calling for a fair catch every time there's a punt or every time there's a kickoff. You're only getting to the bare minimum of where you need to be.
I mean, it's going to give us an opportunity because situationally, a lot of times, just catching the ball and downing it or just possessing it is the objective of a punt return. A lot of times, depending on the field, the coverage. So again, at the end of the day, maybe if he is special, we'll see something special from him. But I got to remind you also, Ron, the Steelers have never had a person kick a punt or take a punt and a kick return to the house in the same season for the Steelers ever. I didn't think that was the case. I thought Randall did it did it before. I thought Rod Woodson. No Steeler has ever taken it to the house by way of punt return and kick return, both within the same season. So maybe listen. I hope you're right. I hope Weejan comes in and does it both. I hope he gets both of them, and he does great here. But again, at the end of the day, making that jump from college to the pros isn't for everybody. It's not for everybody, and a lot of times you see people shit out. I hope that's not the case. But again, for the sake of it, I say 3. I'll say he will turn 3 for this season. I'll just roll with that for now. Let's go up on the board right here to Lindsay. Always great seeing Lindsay on the terrible board. She says, hey, what's going on, Lindsay? Nice to see you, as always. Cody says this. He says, we got all these receivers and tight ends. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw the ball to Spencer Anderson. Corey, don't drink that. Says if every player from the draft makes this team and 60% of them play, Colin better get GM of the. Absolutely. It's a lot of, a lot of questions about Colin right now. What the hell was this draft? But again, it takes a couple years to even figure out what you have when it comes by way of draft, for sure. What do we got on this Mother's Day week? And I do want to say to you, also, I want to say to Lindsay, in advance, happy Mother's Day. And also to Layla, also, who come up on the board as well today. If that be the case, happy Mother's Day to you guys. Let's scoot along here on the terrible board. Mike, do you have a mother or were you hatched, is what I'm wondering.
I do have a mother, but some days I think a day like today, the way I'm acting, she'd probably be like, yeah, he was hatched.
All right. I could run with that.
Yeah.
Vegas Vanilla talking in the third. He does that sometimes. I don't know what the hell's the matter with him. What's the matter with you?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you get that cheap truck stop coffee and you don't know what's in it, brother. And you just reared up and ready to go and fired up.
Oh, I got to remind you, speaking of coffee, my farts are getting really good lately. Like really good. Have you All right. No?
What kind of non sequitur? What's that?
It's just an observation I made.
Talking about my truck stop coffee get me fired up to talk to the Stellars. And you go, my farts are tasting kind of good.
No, they're not. No, I didn't say they're tasting good.
I heard tasting.
Maniac. They've been good. I can control them. It's so friggin' weird, Mike. And I've never had this. I always just would pass gas. Now there's I don't know. There's something that I could do out of nowhere. It just really came out of nowhere where I could kind of control the release of my fart and I could kind of stretch it out, make it go longer. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like I rubbed a genie lamp and didn't realize it. I got this new power. But it's amazing. I love it. Let's move on.
What the fuck?
Let's move on. I think we're right here. No, we're over here. Robert says this. Robert, always great seeing you on the terrible board, my man. He says this. Eli is a physical freak. Eli had a better 40 time and 3-cone time than Christian McCaffrey. Let's go to Corey. Corey, don't drink that. Says, well, I was going to say Navy is strictly a rushing team. So even with the box stacked, Eli was showing some real skills regardless of why. So I'm absolutely, listen, I'm not shitting on the guy. Or I'm not going to say he's going to be a failure at anything of that nature. I'm excited to watch him just as much as anybody. And as he's a hometown guy, and there's nothing more people in Pittsburgh love. So I'm supporting him. I am hopeful that he does well. But again, it's a tough thing to get in to make a team, Mike, when you were the 10th guy picked on your, sometimes it happens, and you end up sitting around on the shelf for a season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Mark Robinson, Mike, he sat on the shelf for how many years, and then they finally decided to release him. So it's tough. It really is tough, Mike, to crack it, because if it was easy, we would all do it, right? Yeah. But Eli, best wishes, and I hope that he does it. I really do hope that he does it.
7th round picks under out of Con's draft have made the roster in the year that they were drafted. So there's a high statistical probability that he will make the team. But, again, this is a new regime, so we'll see how that goes as well, if that's going to work in his favor or not. Or, was that part of the Tomlin Con type deal, or was that just like Omar Khan was really good at finding guys in the 7th round?
Yeah. It's, again, you don't know. You just don't know. And that's the only reason I'm not going to commit. I'm not going to give a take at this point, because at the end of the day, if I say he's going to be there and he's not, then everyone's going to come back and like, bro, you said that. I'm not saying I have to see more. I need to get a little bit more information before I could make an educated, I guess, a hypothesis, if you will, Mike. So again, I hope the best for him. I wish the best. I hope he does well. I hope he makes the team. I hope he scores lots of touchdowns, as I always do with all of our Steelers guys. So that is where that is. And as I said, as things go along and we get closer, I'll be able to give a better, honest assessment of my own. But this time, I just don't know. It's tough because, again, Navy, who do they play? They played Army. and I'm pretty sure I could run the ball against Army. So, let's do move along. I do want to go. I'm seeing some stuff here on the board. I'm trying to stay situated here on my end. Let me scoot up to right about here. No, right about there. Okay, Cody says Tortilla catching strays. Lindsay says, did the rookies get their numbers? They did, Lindsay. Their numbers are IMAX 71, Jeremy Bernard 17, Aller 16, Everett 25. I'm sorry, 23, Dunker 73, Weegan 42, Nowakowski 37, Rubio 96, RSJ 28, Eli 29. Those are the official rookie numbers as of right now. Vegas says, did Derpy kidnap Tortilla? I think this is what's going on because, again, Mike,
Derpy,
I haven't seen Tortilla on the board for a while. What's going on?
Tortilla's been MIA, but I hope all is okay because there are rumors when the Derpster abducts you, you're really never seen again. And if you are seen again, you are a changed human being and not for the better.
There you go. Keep that in mind. I certainly do. Let's go right here. Cody, yep, Bernard got 10. Vegas says Aaron was flying to Pittsburgh, California. Lindsay, she says she likes 73. Corey, don't drink that, says the number 17 feels like a cursed number after Wallace left. Cody says I could see Mike and Dunker doing laps at the skating ring. Mike?
I mean, look at these flowing manes, brother, coming at you down the rink. Like this is just pure genetic, peak genetics of this hair with me. And
I think the fascinating part of the comment is the fact that he could see you doing laps.
I can do laps in skating ring, brother. I was in my youth, a rink rat, I think is what they called us back in the day when you just go to the skating rink and do laps around there. I was doing splits, cartwheels, and everything you could imagine on there. I teach Dunker a thing or two, and our mains would be flowing.
I just still can't imagine you doing laps. That's just me.
Got wheels, man. Got wheels. I ain't running.
Okay.
Push and glide.
I was really grinding the gears to try to picture that in my head, but
you push and you glide. Minimum effort, maximum results.
Jamal says this, my dog at Cody. I missed you, man. Sorry for not taking your word, my friend. Let's go. Ty says Bernard 17. Lindsay says, I don't know if I like 17. That's twice. 2 people so far saying they're not quite sure about this number 17. Interesting. Tyrone says Mike Wallace vibes. Cody says it's all good, man. I'm not tripping. Good to see you though. Did he finally tell you that it was him? So they got something going on here between Cody and Jamal. Let me scoot up a little bit. Lindsay says this, just saying, not that bad, but I don't know how I feel about it. Let's go here to Vegas. Does the Swiss Miss lady exist? The Swiss Miss lady, is that the hot chocolate lady? Cody says you like that tie. Ty says I don't like 73. I don't like 73. Lindsay, I don't care. Vegas is Ramon Foster. Ramon Foster was 73. Cody says maybe Bernard should wear 24.
It's going to be open soon.
Oh, here we go. Mike, I think.
I'm sorry, man. I had to.
Shots were fired. Mike, number 24, obviously. Cody's doing his thing.
Oh, Tyrone, I love you.
Tortilla says Caboli ate my phone. Tortilla is back in the house. There he is, Mike. Tortilla back in the house.
I'm glad you're safe, brother. Glad you're safe.
Vegas says Craig Wolfley was also 73. Wolf, Cody says. Wolf was awesome. I was certainly a bigger Wolf fan after he played. I was a kid. Him and Tunch Oken were on the line together. As a matter of fact, during that period, the Steelers weren't fantastic. So Craig Wolfley, I was never a huge fan of when he played, Mike. But as he got into the media before he passed, obviously, I liked Wolf a lot.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I don't remember him and Tunch playing, but man, listen to Wolf talk, listen to Tunch talk. Those two, deeply missed, and just. Great football talk from those two guys, but I just don't ever remember them playing.
Absolutely, Mark. Well, I remember Tunch, but I didn't remember them on the same. I don't remember Wolf.
Yeah.
because I had one of them. I remember those giant eagle cards the police would give you to keep you out of trouble. They would pull up in your neighborhood. They'd find the bad kids and they'd give you these giant eagle football cards.
Yeah.
I had the whole collection, and that's how I knew what Tunch was. I had Bubby Brister, I had Tunch, I had Louis Lips, Rod Woodson. They stopped in our neighborhood quite often to give us cards. I don't know why, but it just played out that way. Let's go here to Mark Caboli back on the board. He says, I think it's amazing you guys let a Make-A-Wish kid like Tyrone be such a big part of the community. You guys deserve an award. I got a big announcement though, Mike. Speaking of this comment, and I was going to wait till the till the 1 hour point. You want to hear something?
Yeah.
This is kind of big news for the show, guys. Listen to this. Do you know? Of course, we're coming up on our 1000th episode this July. We're on schedule to do that this summer, our 5-year anniversary. Mike, did you know that if you reached to 1,000 podcast episodes, you were in the top 1%?
No shit.
I was reading, it said most people don't make it past 20. There's percentages for each plateau.
Yeah.
If you get to 1,000, you were in the top 1%. In that particular category, of course. Just interesting. I thought that was really cool. We were 39 episodes away, guys, from reaching that top 1%. And there's other areas that we certainly want to and are going to improve on with the show. But right now, Mike, we are working our way in just 39 shows to the very top 1% of volume of podcasts that are out there. So,
well done, us. Well done. I remember when we started this venture 5 years ago, I was doing research and it said like you doing 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But you like in the top, like you're like 50% because a lot of people do want to quit because they didn't get that instant success.
And you got to remember that as well, Corey. And I hope you're still on the board. I hope by hearing that, it reminds you as well. Just keep it up, dude. You're the only one that could stop you. I love Don't Drink That. Go check out Corey Beavers right here on YouTube. Don't drink that if you love conspiracy theories, guys. But I do want to say this, Mike, congratulations and a great job with all the hard work to this point. Again, top 1%. If you can believe that, Mike. Again, a lot of times, too, also podcasts, they could be like 8 minutes or 12 minutes. What we've done has been multiple hours worth of shows for that period of time. So, again, it puts us in a kind of an elite group. Other numbers will come as we go. But right now, this is where we're at. And I'm very, very excited, proud to make that announcement. And, guys, it's all because of you. Because if it wasn't you and you weren't here doing your thing and doing what you do, it would have been a different path. So, again, thank you so much to everybody that does support us and come and hang out in this community and as part of this community and does this thing every day with us. You guys are just as important, believe me. Thank you so much to everybody.
You guys are the best.
Top 1% off. You can even believe that. I can't even believe it.
But, we made it into the 1% of something. We knew it.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't going to be in my bank account. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. Let's go. Let's move on the board, though, guys. I just wanted to make that amount. I was going to do about halfway through the show, but let's get back on the board. Let's go to. Let's see. Caboli ate my phone. We did get that one. Mark Malone. Yeah, that's behind the line of scrimmage. Was a Tomlin thing. We're going to talk about Tomlin here a little bit today, too. I didn't want to have it overshadow the whole show, but I thought Darius Slay's comments on Tomlin were interesting. And I think some people are going to say, well, Darius Slay coming, he wasn't that good. He just had a lot of bad to say. But Darius Slay did come from a team that won a Super Bowl to this team, and he basically gave his perspective. So we'll talk about that here shortly. I think it's pretty interesting. Let's go here to Somber. He says, oh, yeah, tractor tipping's fun. Shout out Mater. Let's go to right here. Cody, Mark, did you hear Bernard is getting number 24? Them's fighting words, man. Jabal, LOL, Tortilla, Mark Caboli has ass burgers. He has ass burgers. Vegas, you said your phone will be fine, Tortilla. He doesn't chew his food, so it's just sitting in one of his 4 stomachs. Just learning. Hello, Hodios. Is that what that word is? Hodios? Hodios?
I have no idea. I'm going to have to look that up.
Mark Maloney says this. It's called Asperger's. Your mom eats my Asperger. Huge difference. Caboli, he's on fire today. Let's go to Robert. He says Bernard has had the fastest 3-cone time of any player at the draft this year's combine. I can't wait. I'm ready for some Bernard, man. Believe me. Cody says, how many people did the 3-cone, though? Bill Clinton in the house. Bill Clinton, always great seeing former president on the terrible board. Bill Clinton says 911, 911. Vegas says several of the draft picks have very high upside. Potentially, hopefully, the coaches can get it out of them. Bill Clinton says you guys are being recorded. We are investigating. Should I show you my butthole?
I did not have sexual relations with that lot lizard.
I'm about to put my butthole against the camera if no, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I don't everybody go running out of here. Vegas, I'm sorry, Tortilla Tyrone. What the fuck do you say, more Cavoli? Right here, some no. Down just a little bit. All right here. Jamal says that Cody laughed my ass off. No, he didn't, but it's all good. I really didn't give a damn. I saw people get bombed with that ish on their comments in their channels sometimes. Corey says, hold up. I thought Santonio Holmes did it. Wait, what was the
I can't remember. I was trying to figure it out.
What did Santonio Holmes do? Oh, no, he didn't. Return kicks probably I would have assumed he would have done it too, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Return touchdowns from punt return and kick return. As far as Google tells me, nobody's ever done it here, but he's certainly one of the guys that I think certainly could have. Vegas says hopefully somebody is teaching him the rules in the NFL. Yeah, they didn't really do great teaching the rookies last year. Balls are bouncing off of guys in the end zone and everything else. Somber, I'll settle with an average return to the 40 instead of the 25-yard line. Absolutely. Let's go to Cody. He says, haha, I didn't even do that. Laughed my ass off. Lindsay, of course, I hope you have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to you. Vegas says, I'd take that too. Just Learning says, don't drink that. Looking into Baron Trump, time traveler. Dude, those are fucking insane. The Adventures of Baron Trump was written in 1896 by Ingersoll Lockwood. It's insane. This is why I'm into conspiracy theories. Let's scoot up a little bit right here. Jamal, he says, laugh my fucking ass off, Spencer Anderson. When you should have spent, if they started the season like with a little trick playing through it to Spencer Anderson and he led the team in receiving yards for, at that period of time at least.
Oh, that'd be great. We say at one point in time.
Yeah. At one point in time, Spencer Anderson was our leading wide receiver. Vegas says, I remember when calling somebody a test tube baby. It was a nuance. Remember
right?
That? Yeah.
That was the biggest one. Test tube baby.
Yeah. And you always had that one dude that would freak out if, no matter what you said or called him at school. And it was always fun. Somber, what kind of segue was that? Probably with the fart segue, I'm guessing. Jamal, what it do? Ty. Also, Cody says, got that EBS. I don't think I have EBS. I just can control my flatulence now. Is that what it is? Farting is flatulence.
Yes.
Let's go here. Tyrone says, what's going on, my dog? Also, Vegas says, fart smelling like a hoarder's home. Mark Malone and enlarged prostate. Who knows? Who knows what's going on back there? Tortilla says, happy Mother's Day. My farts are good. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Jamal says, controlled gas. LOL, been working on the colon with Kegels. Yes. I wish I could say that I consciously did this, Mike. It was just all of a sudden one day I was able to do it better than I ever had. You basically control the release. I don't know. Don't ask me. Vegas says needs to get it fumigated or something. Ronald says this. He says if Aaron Rodgers after this weekend still hasn't signed or say anything, can we anoint a new holiday in Aaron of honors? In honor of Aaron, Mother's Fuck Day, Mother's Fucker Day. Sure, I like it. Vegas says Ryan was on Letterman's bit Stupid Human Tricks, farting the alphabet. I just now figured it out. He didn't have a beard back then. Now you recognize me. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says, Lindsay, I put the picture of the numbers in the group chat. Also, Lindsay, I missed that. Thanks, Somber. Ty, you also missed 17. Tortilla, me and Derpy flashed Rodgers and scared him off. Tortilla and Derpy flashed Rodgers and scared him off. Let's go here to Vegas. He says, what is that tat of? I'm not sure whose tat. What did you and what did you see? Oh, okay, for Dunker. I don't know what the hell.
No idea what those are. I'm afraid to find out.
Split somber. Ayo, Corey says this. Don't drink that. Derpy makes you dress up as Supergirl and repeat the phrase, "Please, Clark, show me your free breath." Derpy. Let's go to Robert. Robert said wide receivers, cornerbacks, running backs, quarterbacks, etc. Sosh says NFL just tweeted the schedule released officially is Thursday next week. Okay, awesome. There you go. NFL just tweeted out the schedule will be released less than a week from now. Let's get to Lindsay. Did I miss 17? Jeremy Bernard, 17. Cody says Mike on the front of me list. Mike on the front of me list.
Oh, you know what? We're okay with that, brother.
Tyrone says it's mess with Tyrone this week. I remember that.
Like it up. Oh, that Adam Sandler movie. Glad I caught that guy.
I'm not sure. Let's go to Vegas. He says, are there any superhero weapons, gadgets worse than Wonder Woman's lasso of truth? I don't know. Tune in on Sunday night. Check out Derpy in the Average Boys podcast. They have plenty. They have a plethora of knowledge when it comes to superheroes. Don't expect to learn anything from Derpy. But
no, not from Derpy, no.
The other guys you could certainly learn something from. Let's go to Cody. Damn, you were a kid. Let's go to you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know, man. Let's go to right somewhere around here. Here we go. Mark Caboli. He says, Cody, you should be ashamed picking on a 12-year-old boy like Tyrone. I assume he's 12 years old, a 12-year-old boy, because no heterosexual grown man would have such a man crush on other men. Mark Caboli, man, he's brutal today.
He is.
He must not have eaten everything yet. Vegas is very nice. Somber says nice burner. RB. Tyrone says you sound like a 40-year-old virgin. Let's go to Cody. Says, I don't know if you know this, Mark, but I smoke crack. Vegas says, does a huge tax break come with that? With our top 1 percentile? I hope not. All right. I mean, I hope the tax break does come. Yes, but the taxes could certainly sack my buzz. Tortilla says, that's sick. Let's go to right here. Tortilla says, Kabuli, don't you got inside? Don't you got news to make up somewhere? Let's go to right here. Corey, don't drink that. I only have 18 episodes now because I locked out of underperforming videos, and I have 16 already planned and 1 pre-recorded, but this is about you guys. Congratulations for sure. You guys, we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. And I kind of found that on accident. I was looking up some stuff and I was like, what the fuck is this? Mark Kabuli says, you're too talented of a rage god, Cody, to take the low-hanging fruit of a preteen like Ty. Hand-John, what's up? Always great seeing Hand-John on the terrible board. Hand-John says this, well, as the saying goes, 2 out of 8 ain't bad. Vegas, who says that? Robert says, I missed one right here. Kabuli says, I don't need to make up news stories, Tortilla. I'm writing an article now on how your dad switched to a vegetarian diet after tasting your mom's gruel off my eggplant. Robert says Bernard has a 3-code time of 6.71. Vegas is Bubba. Vegas also says this, no more nudity by the hosts, please. Let's go here to, and I'm going to guess that's a reference to Derpy's mishap, his wardrobe malfunction. Let's go right here. Corey says this, Asperger's is actually just autism now. Did you know that? Autism absorbed that disease and ADHD absorbed ADD. Fucking crazy. And it's fucking crazy we didn't have none of that shit when I was a kid, and we should have had it because I certainly had it. I'm just saying. Let's go to Cody. Cody says Antonio Holmes went to the Jets for smoking weed.
Smoking weed.
Tortilla says Mark Kabuli is going to be on The Biggest Loser this Sunday. And John says it was sarcasm based on my jersey predictions. I nailed Everett, Nowakowski. Everyone was incorrect. Let's scoot up here to Cody. Cody says this Spencer Anderson is the checkdown guy. He might be. He might be. We will see. Corey says I'm going to make episodes for that eventually, but YouTube truly hates conspiracy content unless you have a huge following. So I'm making that what I make to build the following to not rely on the algorithm. Gotcha. Let's go right here to Hand John. He says it was sarcasm based on my jersey number picks. Nailed everyone. Nowakowski, but the other 6 were wrong. We already knew IMAX's and Hydrix number. We did know those. Lindsay, she loves Dunker. A lot of people love Dunker. They're going to love Dunker here in Pittsburgh, Mike. And you just know it. You just know it because the mullet never went away from Yarmer Yager's mullet in the early 90s. It's always stuck. There's always been somebody in Pittsburgh with the mullet ever since, Mike. And the mullet's been out of style for how long? But in Pittsburgh, it never fails. Go downtown, you will always see at least one person with a mullet walking around.
Mullet style? Mullet went out of style? Mullet is never out of style. How dare you? But yeah, Dunker, baby. Oh, man, I can't wait to watch him. What's that beautiful, beautiful mane? Just beat the fuck out of every team in the AFC North. I'm fired up for it. How can you not be for that stud of a man, Dunker?
Better block. That's all I got to say.
Right.
Just learning. Just learning. Says cool headband. Tortilla says Matt Cabuli and cheese. Lindsay, I don't know, but I don't know. I missed the title of the show, but it's hilarious. Let's scoot along here a little bit right up to Tortilla. Fake Cabuli must have blocked me and kept talking because I can't see him. Lindsay says this. Me either, Tortilla. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Tyrone says Lindsay, me too. I just peeped that. Also, Mark Malone, the mullet is a timeless classic. Caught up on the board, guys. So much to get into today. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Two Dum Yinzers. This is episode 961, just 39 episodes away from the big 1,000. The 5-year anniversary will be this July, Mike, and we will be in the top 1%. So there you go. Very excited about that. So a lot to get into. Aaron Rodgers, as of the last that we know, Mike is keeping an eye on everything. Keeping an eye on everything as the show goes on, trying to figure out if we see him, if he's on an airplane, if he's still in Cali, who knows? But the watch is on. Aaron Rodgers' watch is on this Mother's Day weekend. We have the rookie camp starting today, Mike. The guys are out there now on the south side at the facility. They are all together, and I do have a list of all the names that are there. We'll get to that in just a moment. Mike, Aaron Rodgers. Here's something interesting for you guys. This is something that I read this morning that I didn't know, but maybe again, people within the organization would obviously know something like this based on what I'm about to tell you. This was reported, Mike, that Aaron Rodgers never cleaned out his locker at the South Side facility. He never cleaned out his locker at the South Side facility. That's where they practice. So whatever the reason for that being, whether he's just an inconsiderate asshole and didn't clean his shit, or it was a sign of bigger things to come. Guys, this was reported this morning that Aaron Rodgers never cleaned out his locker at the South Side facility. So again, do what you want with that. But that
sounds like someone who is excited to come back.
I mean, certainly somebody that left the option on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you thought to yourself, okay, I'm done. I'm never going to be, you might have acted different. So, it's certainly somebody that was entertaining the idea of returning. You correct?
Yeah. Or, he wanted to keep a shrine up for the boys to worship him after he left the little ayahuasca in there. But no, in all seriousness, it sounds like someone like, all right, if I want to come back, I'm going to come back. I got my stuff here. I'm ready to go. Hopefully he did not leave any dirty socks in there or a smelly jock. I'm sure Derpy would have sniffed that one out by now, but it sounds like sounds like he's ready to come back and have his stuff already. Like Tyrone saying, A-Rod coming home.
Derpy's a sock sniffer, no two ways about that.
I think he's a jock sniffer.
This here, guys, is what Omar Khan says this morning in regards to Aaron Rodgers. Omar says this on Sirius. I don't know where specifically Aaron is. I could tell you that Aaron and I and Coach and Aaron representatives have had good conversations since the season ended and since Mike McCarthy got hired. It's been positive, but yeah, I don't know where he is at this moment. Like the 10:52. Beyond that, we don't know where Aaron is. Everybody's got their eye on him. Like again, it's almost like where's Waldo in a sense. Do you see him? Does anybody see him around? Does anybody see him at the airport? Because as soon as somebody sees him, believe me, everybody's going to know that Aaron Rodgers is in town.
Yeah, they're gonna know when he's around. But I'm hearing reports he's lost in Sedona somewhere. He's maybe filling up on some sage to clean out any bad spirits in the locker room. There's multiple conflicting reports, so we'll know when Aaron's here. He's just going to show up. He's just going to appear out of the blue. Yeah. It's Aaron's world, baby.
It's an Aaron's world, and we all live in it. Let's see what else we got here by way of Aaron. Not too much, Mike. I'm going to go into what the we do have quite a few different topics today. So just let me figure out what the hell we want to do. Let's talk about what Charlie Batch. Let's talk a little bit about what Charlie Batch is saying about the quarterbacks and things of this nature, because Charlie, being from Pittsburgh, being a Steel City grad, Steel Valley, I'm sorry, and then also being a Steeler, Mike, he does also have his opinion on a lot of this. Charlie Batch says this, Mike. He says that it's impossible for the Steelers to develop both of these young quarterbacks. Mike, what's Charlie mean by this, and do you agree? Of course, Drew Aller and Will Howard being the quarterbacks of topic.
Hey, Charlie's thinking that, okay, you can only work, there's only so much time in the day, only so many balls to be thrown at practice, only so many reps at practice. So therefore, you have to figure out which of these two you're going to put all of your resources towards. But, if I'm not mistaken, McCarthy has worked with multiple younger quarterbacks in the past and helped develop them all too. There's multiple coaches that they can work with. It's not normal. The norm is like you have that one developmental guy, you got your backup, and then you got your starter. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys on the board, from what I've read, McCarthy has done this before, had multiple quarterbacks on his roster and helped develop the starter while helping develop guys that are behind him too, so they're ready to go. I think McCarthy can do it. It's outside of the norm. But, just because Charlie's never seen it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. And I trust Mike McCarthy with quarterbacks. So if I think there's one coach who can do it, it would be McCarthy and his staff.
And that's the one thing that everybody's saying. I mean, everyone's talking about him, always doing such a great job with quarterbacks. So, if anybody would be the one to be able to get it done, Mike, it might be Mike McCarthy. So, Charlie Batch, of course, a quarterback from Pittsburgh, so he obviously keeps his eye on this a lot of times and things of this nature, Mike. So let's talk about now what a couple of the quarterbacks themselves actually say about Mike McCarthy. Will Howard says this, Mike. I'm so glad Mike McCarthy was hired by the Steelers because he's a quarterback guru. And also Mike, Drew Aller, the term used to describe Drew Aller with Mike McCarthy being able to work with him is giddy. Mike, he's giddy.
As he should be giddy. There's a lot of talent there to unlock, and there's a lot of knowledge to learn the other way. So they both should be giddy.
Absolutely. So they're both excited. They're both going to get that opportunity, Mike, because they are working with a coach that is good with quarterbacks. That's what they keep telling me. Again, I knew that some of these quarterbacks were going to be good coming out. There wasn't a doubt in my mind that Aaron Rodgers coming out of Cal wasn't going to be good, Mike. As a matter of fact, when he was in college and I didn't know anything about him, the guy I worked with went on and on and on and on and on and on. And I thought it was because he had the same first name. His name was Aaron as well. And I thought that was it. But you know what? He was right. Aaron Rodgers ended up being all right. He ended up being all right for himself. 4-time MVP, of course, in the NFL. What else do we got, Mike? Let's see. All right. Charlie Batch also says this. Mason Rudolph has a better chance of being on the 53-man roster than Will Howard when it's all said and done. Another hot take by Charlie Batch. Mike, what's your thoughts on that?
Mike McCarthy said he would not be bothered by having 4 quarterbacks on the active roster. So, Charlie Batch is becoming a hot take merchant. Traditionally, the Mike Tomlin roster was 3 quarterbacks and maybe 1 on the practice squad. This is Mike McCarthy, someone who said he would be comfortable with 4, someone who has rocked a season with 2 quarterbacks before. So we don't know, like, if he's really in tune to wanting to have young quarterbacks to develop. Will Howard would be the odd man out. Aaron Rodgers historically, up until the Jet season, does not miss time at all. A handful, like a game here, a game there. So he might want to rock. Maybe if he wants to keep quarterbacks, he's going to go with the wily veteran and then the 2 youngins. So if anything happens, you find out what's going on with one of those 2 guys and work it out. So I just don't see a realistic roster where Will Howard's not part of this team.
I come on. I don't either. I mean, at this point, again, these 2 guys have never even taken a snap in the NFL. This is what's getting on my nerves. Everybody's saying, "Oh, this guy." It doesn't matter. If you're in the NFL, the game turns upside down, and some people are just not able to make the jump. The fact of the matter is, you've never seen either one of these 2 guys take a snap in the league. So it's all come down to who you prefer at this point, and that's the annoying part because it's not about football. I have to see these guys play. As I said last year, Mike, I couldn't even make a judgment on Will Howard because he didn't even play, Mike. So at the end of the day, we're going to continue to learn more and more about this team. But at the end of the day, you just don't know. You just don't know until the guys play with the competition around you, and that's what it is. And we're not going to know this, Mike. And again, Charlie, he always has his takes. He always has his takes. But for 2 guys that never taken a single snap in the NFL, people are very strong about their opinions. And again, it seems to me it's who do you like better? Who's from the college you like, or So we'll learn. We'll find all this stuff out. But I do want to say, guys, it's time. It is time. It is time to get to the participants of rookie camp, guys. Rookie camp started this morning here in Pittsburgh, guys. I'm about to give you the veterans, the rookies, and the tryout players. This is everybody that is at rookie camp. In case you're wondering, here we go, Mike. The rookies: Drew Aller, of course. Jeremy Bernard is there. Dalen Everett, RSJ, Robert Spears Jennings, of course. Little Eli's in the house. Mike Novakowski's there. Weegan, IMAX, Dunker, and Rubio. Also, Mike, as far as rookies go, Margin, also Devin Boykin. Boykin's in the house. Dalen Carnell's in the house. Lake McCree, he is at rookie camp. Shimon Mateo is in the house. Kevin Jobity Jr. is also in the house. Excuse me. That is the rookies in participation at camp. Also, the veterans in the house. Excuse me. Daneko Slaughter, the defensive back, he's in the house. JJ Galbraith, the tight end, he is also at camp. Jack Henderson, the safety. Kyler Baugh, the defensive tackle. Javri Ritzy, Mike, the defensive end, he is there. Lorenzo Thompson, the offensive lineman. Doug Nestor. Aiden Williams, the guard. Stephen Jones, an offensive lineman. Mad Max Hurlman, you remember him from last year, the wide receiver. He's in the house. Cole Burgess is there. And Brandon Smith, who we did re-sign, he is there. And finally, this list is your tryout players. Mike, Devin Bale, the punter. The Devin Bale, I think he came over. One of these punters came over from Kansas. We got him off the undrafted list from Kansas. I think it was Bale. Rashad Battle, Mike, is in the house. Tryout player. Raphael Williams, a wide receiver. Ryan Stonehouse, he is also here. Joseph Zielinski, the linebacker. Gabriel Nosu, the punter, also in the house. Alex Teska, the running back, the teammate of Eli Heinrich at Navy, also from Pittsburgh. He was invited as a tryout player. Terrell Tillman, the linebacker. Brandon George, the linebacker. Jacob Bobenmoyer, a long snapper. Gregory Crippen, the center, and Jamari Butler, the linebacker. Mike, that is everybody that is in participation right now at rookie camp here in Pittsburgh on the south side. We have veterans, we have rookies, we have tryouts. Everybody that I just named, Mike, is everybody that is in attendance as we speak at rookie camp. That's
a nice little pool of players right there. Coming in, I like, we're bringing guys in for tryouts, see what we missed out there. A lot of punters, I noticed.
Yes, 3 punters.
A lot of punters. Are they trying out a lot of guys on kick returns? They're just going to punt these guys' legs off to see what some of these young guys have as return men. And see, we got Bill Burr. I maybe one of these guys is going to compete for a spot to come to training camp, maybe, and potentially, just to get some work done and let Bill Burr rest up at camp. None of those punters really. It's just shocking. 3 punters, man. 3 punters. It's what rapid. It's just jumble in my brain right there. But man, this is all thing I know is that this is one step closer to training camp. I can't wait.
Absolutely. That's ultimately that's the way I look at it, Mike. Again, these guys, none of them are going to be here. You basically know who. Listen, at the end of the day, we say this every year. You basically know who's going to make the roster. Maybe
Yeah.
1 or 2 guys slip through the cracks, but at the end of the day, you're putting together 53. At the end of the day, you know who's going to be starting on offense. You know who's going to be starting on defense. You know who your punter, your long snapper, and your kickers are going to be, and then basically beyond that, you know who the second string guys are, the replacements. So at the end of the day, it's not as big as a surprise, Mike. Most people get who is going to be here when it comes down to 53 men at the end of the day. And when you put it that way, it makes you then understand why I can't give an answer about Eli, because he could fall either way. He could be one of the guys that make it, or he could be one of the guys that don't. I have to see this all play out, Mike. I got to see them play football. And we're going to get that opportunity here in August with the preseason. 3 games this year, Mike. 3 games. They're trying to get it down to 2 so they could extend the regular season. But again, still 3 preseason games, and I am going to be glued to the TV, possibly at the stadium, depending on the schedule, what's going on in preseason, Mike, checking out our team. But again, I have to see. I got to see what's going on. I got to see what's going on with these guys.
Me too. I can't wait to actually get the work done. Or work started, see what they can do. These 7th round guys and undrafted guys, to me, they're about the same level of talent. You get picked in the 7th round and you're undrafted, you're in that same boat. For me, the only reason a 7th rounder has a slight edge of an undrafted guy is because they got the 7th round draft pick title. You're just a little bit of a leg up, but I think these guys are going to have a battle to make the roster. They have to prove that they're going to be good at something to make the team, and that goes for Eli. He's going to have to prove his worth. He's not just going to get it because he's a 7th round pick and a local kid and a Navy kid and a great story. You got to prove your worth, and I hope he can, because what you see from him in college was awesome. You can envision him in this offense, but you envision 1st, 2nd, 3rd round picks doing the same thing too, and they only have a small success rate to making it in the NFL, and it's even smaller for a 7th round guy. So it's a lot of these guys that are at this camp, man. This might be their last hurrah to make the team.
I got a couple things I want to talk about regarding the draft, Mike. I know that it is behind us. We are at rookie camp right now. The Steelers are rookie camp. We just announced the roster, the entire roster that is at rookie camp. Of course, the big news around town, everybody's waiting to see when Aaron Rodgers touches down here in Pittsburgh. On the scoop is he's coming here from California. He's going to be coming via plane. And as of right now, Mike, Omar Khan still has not made any announcements since this morning when he said, I don't know. I don't know where he's at. Again, kind of being made a bigger story than it should be. What are we supposed to do? Wait every second and complain every step of the way? Oh, he's not here yet. Is he here? Nope, not yet. It is what it is. Let the day move on. Things have to happen. You have to go through certain things before we get to what it is that we want to happen. But Mike, I do have a few more things I want to talk about here as far as the draft class and quarterbacks. And then we're going to move on because I have something interesting here we're going to talk about as the show plays out. So let's go to the first note I have, Mike. Let's go to, should I go draft or should I go quarterback? Draft, should I go quarterback? Let's go with the quarterback, and we'll come back to the draft question. Mike, a lot of talk about this Brandon Sorsby. People are saying, why don't the Steelers try to give away their first round 2027 pick for a supplemental, for the pick in the supplemental, and grab this Sorsby? Now, isn't Sorsby the one that's in trouble for gambling and shit?
Yeah.
What's all this hype about Sorsby all of a sudden, Mike? Did we just get rid of a guy that brought excess baggage and guys that had problems? And people are really making this comment. We should go out and grab this quarterback who's literally just announced the other day he's making his way to rehab because he can't handle himself in gambling.
Yeah, and God, he was like if he came out, he probably would have been like maybe a fringe 1st round pick. But all this baggage on there, even if he comes out, the NFL can still suspend you for shit you did in college. Maurice Clarett, does anyone remember that? Terrell Pryor, those guys, what they did in college carried over to the NFL when they came out. So there's no guarantee. And why would you sacrifice a first round pick in the supplemental draft for someone going through legal trouble? You don't know if they'll be available for you. You don't even know if they'll be eligible to play in the NFL because you don't know what the NFL is going to try and do. Like, hey, okay, you gambled on this stuff. Maybe you're going to be suspended for a year
sure.
or
Take
two.
my first round pick.
Exactly. Like
there's nothing more valuable than your first round pick.
Exactly. And I think this is a bunch of hogwash, poppycock. It makes no sense to me to do it. Like you went up and drafted you moved up in the third round to draft a quarterback that you think can be developed. Someone who was before last season, going into last season, was a projected first round pick in this draft through either poor play on just because his mechanics didn't improve or the team around him or whatever, fell to the third round. So you had someone who had a preseason first round grade. You draft him in the third round. Why won't you work on that? Who has a clean history, has no whiff of drama or legal issues around him. I would just stay away from someone who has all kinds of baggage. This guy wasn't a slam dunk going to be the number one pick in the draft if he came out this year or next year or even 4 drafts ago with a quarterback heavy class. No, you might roll the dice on someone like that who had other world potential, who fucked up doing this. You would maybe roll the dice on someone like that, but someone like Sorsby, no, you don't roll the dice on him. You let the whole legal process figure it out and let the NFL do their investigation. You wait to hear what the NFL is going to say, depending on what happens with the NCAA investigations and all that shit before you even think about drafting someone like Sorsby.
Cody says, I don't know, OJ may or may not have killed someone, but living his best life. Isn't OJ dead?
Hey, hence living his best life.
I recall he died, but point taken. A couple more things, Mike. I have a couple more topics that we're going to get into. I think these are all pretty interesting. Let me go to this one next. Last draft class, Mike. The last draft class that produced multiple multi-year extensions. Can you even remember who it was? What draft class it was? Because again, we're at this point, Mike, the 2023 class is looking for extensions. It's not. Again, it's. I understand we're under a new leadership.
Yeah.
The GM, the coaching staff, all this, Mike. But again, producing multiple multi-year extensions hasn't been the Steelers' way as of late.
Jesus. 2012.
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the year is, but I read that question. So if you go and pull it up and look up the answer, I thought, wow, that's a good question to ask Mike. It's been a while. So again, how many different players are we looking to extend?
We're looking to extend at at least 4 from Omar's first draft class?
Yeah. Is it JPJ, Herbig, Benton, and Washington?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still searching.
I'm going to grab a couple of messages. Here, Mike, pecking away over there. Let's go right here. Somber says, I see eggplant comment. Nothing after that. GP sucks. Tortilla says, Lindsay says, Tomlin's gone. We got a little bit about Tomlin here just shortly. Jamal says, laugh my ass off. Let's go here to Tortilla gang. Jamal gang, motherfucking gang, baby. Right here to Ty. GP is a bum. Mark Malone kept his house and car here too. A-Rod is coming home. Hold on, let me scoot down here just a bit. A-Rod is coming home. That is Tyrone. Lindsay says, yeah, I would leave Pittsburgh for the winter too if I was him. Absolutely. Yeah, Mike, what do you got?
2011.
2011 was the last draft class that we signed multiple extensions for.
Cam Hayward, Marcus Gilbert, and Cortez Allen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah. 2014 would have been the next one, but Shazier was cut cut short, and Stephon Tuitt ended up retiring early as well. So 2023 is looking like the next class that should have multiple.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see. So there you go, guys. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think at least 3 of these guys, they get extended. I'm not a huge Benton guy, but again, if you're gonna have to fill that hole eventually, Mike, if Benton doesn't continue to play for the Steelers. So again, just very interesting. It doesn't happen that often. Mike, 2011, the last time. So multiple guys from a draft get an extension by the Steelers for multi. So there you go. Let's move on. Mark Malone says Derpy is a jock licker. Derpy is definitely a bit of a jock licker, he says. Tyrone says, yep, you take one for the team. We appreciate you and your ribs and mac and cheese. Let's scoot up here to I think that was Lindsay. For Lindsay, let's go here to Ty. Ty says, just make sure tater couch on the curb. Laugh my ass off. Lindsay says they need to just let them go compete, in my opinion. Jamal, facts, let them compete. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion as well. Let's scoot up here to somewhere. Facts, let them compete. Cody's right. Tortilla. Mark Malone says McCarthy has openly stated that it wouldn't bother him to have 4 developmental quarterbacks. To have 4 developmental quarterbacks. Cody says, don't worry, Mike, I got you. Jamal says, we as fans deserve some young competition. Absolutely. Tortilla, 40-year-old developmental quarterback. Tortilla says, we develop mental quarterbacks. Ty says, in A-Rod, I trust, number 8. At least one more year. And then after that, I'm through with him. Like yesterday's trash. As soon as the season's over, unless he wins the Super Bowl. If he wins the Super Bowl here, then I'm out. And then, but come on. Cody says Tyrone acting like Bernard. Charlie, I do want to say welcome to the show. And Charlie says, you are a racist. You are a racist. And I want to say, yes, I am. I hate white people more than anything else on this planet. But what can you possibly do? Yeah.
I hate Cody.
I want to say
more
this.
Than anyone else on the planet.
I've had more problems with white people in my life than anybody else. I'm just going to put it to you that way. F them.
You racist? Yeah, I hate pro wrestling. That's me.
Let's move along right here. Let's go to Lindsay. But I do want to say, Charlie, welcome to the show. Welcome to the terrible board. Lindsay says, this Mason needs to go, and I highly doubt they get rid of Howard. Tortilla says, Mark Caboli loves Mason Rudolph. Tortilla says, more than my mom. More than my mom. Cody says, I think Mason Rudolph needs to start a few games. Lindsay says, for show. Cody says, I hope Slaughter and Savage make the team. I'm buying both of those jerseys. You remember, you don't remember him, Cody, because you were not born yet. There was a guy that used to play back in the day. His name was Webster Slaughter. Matter of fact, he played for Cleveland, and he was a receiver, number 84. He was a pretty badass wide receiver back in the day. Webster Slaughter. I love that.
That's a blast from the past. I haven't thought about Webster Slaughter in so long, but as soon as you said Webster, I knew where you were going.
Somber says this in this draft class, the undrafted free agent guy in the 5th and 7th through 5th rounders can all have similar skill levels. Sadly, Somber, with the Sorby. I know. Again, I was just wondering about this Sorby. Who the hell is Sorbsy? You're gonna give him a first round pick? Get out of here! That's crazy.
Yeah, F that nonsense.
Like I said, that's the most valuable thing you could have. Cody says, I think you're thinking of Gary Coleman. Him and that Gary Coleman, I crack up sometimes during the day. I just think about some things that people say on the board, and Cody with that Gary Coleman.
Like I'll get messages from Ryan just out of the blue. Gary Coleman, like what the?
And the thing is, it's always so random from Cody as well, and it just makes me laugh every time. Let's see, Cody says this Gary Coleman rolling around California in his blue Bronco. Steal. Ty says 24 was the steal of that draft. Cody says this. Didn't Bernard get number 24? Cody says, "Oh, sorry, that was our other second round pick, not the first, but definitely a second." Cody says this. That's a lie. Mike gets along with Mexicans. He does.
I do. I get along with everyone.
Well, he really doesn't, but he makes himself think that he does, and that's the most impressive part.
Okay. So I was talking to work how like my head and all that stuff gets dry, and I'm like, yeah, I exfoliate, moisturize.
And I want to say right now, I know where this is going, and I would never have this conversation. Go ahead, continue.
I was saying, and the conversation I'm having with is a black guy, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, man, you got to use cocoa butter." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So then flash forward to today, my boss is standing there, and someone said, "Why is something sticky?" And they asked that guy. He's like, "Oh, this happened." And I was like, "Oh, you sure? Yeah." Or it could be the cocoa butter you were telling me about. My boss is like, "I'm out. I'm out before we all get fired." I'm like, I maybe I have accidental racist moments.
Listen, I don't know if they're racist. They're just odd. They're awkward moments.
They are awkward. And I don't mean them to be, because I'm just out there just, oh, yeah, we talked about this. I'll make the joke about it, not thinking. Yeah.
You have an interesting way. And listen, it's not a racist. I'm not going to say it's racist. You have an interesting way of communicating with people sometimes. I have things that I could reference it to, but I know that you don't watch it, so I'm not going to do it. But Mike, he's the kind of guy who's going to walk over and just start telling racist jokes out of nowhere. Not because he's racist, just because he's weird. I don't get it.
Just break the ice.
Yeah.
We're on, in the joke, I'm the buffoon, I'm the idiot.
Which I like. Listen, I like jokes, but again, at the end of the day, this is Mike's shtick is kind of odd in real life. It really is
too, man. And then everyone just laughs. Either laughing at me or laughing with me. And they're laughing with me. I'm away with people, man.
You have a way with people. Yes, you do.
I do have a way.
Like Mike goes to work, and he's like, yeah, these three guys were sitting there. Two of them were black. One of them was Mexican. And I started talking about I'm thinking, why would you even start talking about whatever it was? Like, he literally goes
because they know me. They know me.
100.
They know me. They know there's no malice in my heart.
I know, but it's just you in general.
I know it's just me in general. I was like, I don't moving on.
As a matter of fact, yeah.
I'm the worst human being.
You are the worst human being.
I admit this. I know this about me.
I think, yeah. My beef is with white people. Again, I've had more problems with white people than anybody else in my life. So, anybody that's given me problems in my life has been white people.
White people and Cody. Those are my nemesis.
See, now that's kind of fucked up, man. No, I'm just playing. Let's move along. I'm going to go right here. No, I'm going to go right there. I'm going to go right here. Let's see. Second round. Okay, Cody says that's a lie. Mike gets along with Mexicans. Tortilla, he says, I hate Cleveland.
Well, who doesn't?
Absolutely. Cody says tortamazo. I know. Listen, I know a couple other words. This one, I used to work with this Puerto Rican chick. She used to call me. She used to, in fun. Listen, it wasn't real. Like she wasn't being malicious. She would call me a rata, which is a rat apparently, because we would joke around and have a lot of fun. But that was one thing that I got from her was rata. You have to be able to roll your R. Like try it.
No, I can't.
Rata.
I do like how Cody said the Mexicans gave me a nickname. I'm the torta pounder.
Well, we're not even there yet. What are you doing?
I thought you skipped it.
What are you doing? You'll get it. I mean, you're pretty new at this. We're only on our.
I know. We're only 1,000 episodes.
You're gonna get the rhythm here. You rata. Ivy was her name. She was a lot of fun. Let's go to here it is. Cody, Mike, go ahead. You want to take the time to
No, you can
hold on. Let me see if I can find something for you real quick. Mike, you have it there with you, right?
Yep.
Let me see if I can't find what I'm looking for.
Okay. He can't find. 1,000 episodes in, buddy. You can make the hang of this.
Get a hang of what?
Nothing.
Go ahead. It's not on here for whatever reason.
Sorry. Cody saying we gave him a nickname, Torta Pounder.
There you go. Mike's all worked up.
I am like the coffee's starting to wear off me. I'm starting to get the shakes.
Mark Malone, I remember that guy and the Slaughter, a band named Slaughter. That's right. There was also a band named Slaughter. You're right. Let's see right here. Vegas says Mike Vanilla gets invited to all the fiestas. He really does. He really does. He's over at the fiestas next door all the time. Matter of fact, last summer he was out there every day. You were out there every day.
I like to have it. I bring the party.
Mike's so weird. He's like, I hate people. I don't want to talk to anybody. Next thing you know, he's out there hitting the fucking pinata. He has a sombrero on his head. I thought, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Give me a couple drinks. I'm ready to go.
What's the matter with you?
I got to feel the flow of the party. Got to feel the flow. Like, or is it a chill thing? Do I need to come out of my shell? You know, I was painting one day over there.
Cody says Jamal and Tyrone thought I was black for like 6 months. Noche de Thunder, perhaps is how you might pronounce that. I don't know. Vegas has that comment up. Let me scoot along here. I know Thunder. I know how to pronounce that word. Let's scoot up right here to Mike the Goat. Tyrone, he says that you are the goat. Let's go.
Tyrone, you're the goat, brother. You're the goat.
Tortilla says the only race I don't like is the NASCAR Cup Series. Yeah, you ain't shitting. Mark Malone, those aren't really icebreakers. Those aren't really icebreakers. Those are just racist jokes, Mike. Come on. And yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here's one day I'm at work. One of the black employees is working. And there's another one down there. And then the Filipino worker comes down and he goes, yeah, Mike, your people came up with the word. You should be able to say it. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they all start pointing and laughing at me.
What word?
You know what word?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Filipino people?
Yeah, he's Filipino.
And you made up a word?
No, he said, because there was like the black guy working, and then to me, he goes, yeah, Mike, your people came up
Why
with
does every
that
story
word.
with you always have to come out with the black guy at work? Why does every story with you always start out, hey, the black guy at work? Why?
Because he's one of my favorite people in the world.
All right, so what the Filipino guy, now what's he doing?
He told me, he's like, yeah, Mike, your people came up with the word. You should be able to call him that. I'm like, whoa.
What word?
The N-word.
What N-word?
No, you ain't catching me lacking.
Oh, come on. I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
Nope.
I tried. Vegas,
you didn't try.
There's one from Canada, too. Cody says Mexicans that don't speak English will invite you to their house, give you beer and food. Next thing you know, you're cutting grass and helping people at home.
One day, like my kid wandered out from my house and I didn't realize it. And then they come knocking on the door, like, hey, Mike, your kid's over here. Next thing you know, I go over to get him. He's in the kitchen learning about spices and everything.
Yeah, what were they? Yeah, all right. Let's move along.
I was like, man.
Listen, I have to get off the race topic. I want to talk about some football, Mike. I'm not gonna let you do it to me anymore. Let's go here to
I'm sorry. I'm taking the show off the rails. I apologize.
Well, this is just you in general. Like I said,
this is like me when I'm sleep deprived.
All right, now let me move on. Like, who has more luck breaking their bad luck? Who's more likely to break their bad luck under the new coaching staff, under the new system? Caleb Johnson, Roman Wilson. Which one of these two guys are going to be the one to break out of their mold, Mike, and actually start making some way for themselves in the NFL? Both of them, I think everybody could say that they haven't got that opportunity. Which one of these guys will take advantage of that opportunity?
I'm going to go with Roman Wilson. He right now he's slotting into that number 4, number 5 spot in the wide receiver core. McCarthy likes to run, at least 3 receiver sets a ton. I think he's going to have the biggest opportunity. So now, Mike McCarthy's offenses are not only quarterback friendly; they're wide receiver friendly. I have a feeling he's going to find ways to get the ball in his hands, because we saw last year, you get the ball in his hands, he can make moves out there. He can get open, but can he do it consistently? I think he has the biggest opportunity to have the breakout this year, just because now you're not going to count on him to do a whole lot. And hopefully, he's learned that, this might be his last opportunity. And, let's clean slate. Let's start fresh with this new team. Aaron comes back, maybe, go to his house, watch the film with him, with everyone else, learn those little things. I think he's going to have the biggest breakout of those two.
And, I would tend to agree as well, Mike. There's the Aaron Rodgers factor. That's obviously going to be a big part of it. If Roman Wilson is going to be the one to break out. I think Roman has more potential to be the one to break out. But at the end of the day, again, you're adding more weapons to what you had more than last year. So, you're not going to be, even if Roman is getting the opportunities, he's probably going to be looking at Pittman. He's probably going to be looking at Jeremy. He's probably going to be looking at DK. So at the end of the day, it's hard to say, Mike. And again, that's why I asked the question. Throw who you think up on the board, guys. Do you think that Roman Wilson or Caleb Johnson will be the one to break out of this funk that they've been in since they've been drafted? And again, different coaching staff, so that should be beneficial. But again, Aaron Rodgers was part of the issue for Roman Wilson last year. Just throw up who you think. Who's going to be the one that could actually break through this year? If either one, maybe you think neither one of them. Maybe you think both of them. Throw up on the board. I'm kind of interested to see what people think about this one as well. Let me grab a couple messages here. I'm going to go to Tortilla. Mike Tomlin said Vanilla Thunder can say it. And there you go.
Mike T ain't here no more, brother.
I'm sorry. Somber Vegas says nincompoop. Is that the word? Nine inditer. Tortilla. Let's scoot up here to Vegas. He says this. They were about to put him to work. Lazy as child of yours should have 3 to 4 by now. Lindsay says Roman is our wide receiver number 1. Cody says, yep, I saint it. He said, I saint it. Tyrone says, haven't you heard Mike Roman, wide receiver 1?
That's the rumor on the street.
Mark Malone says this. He should have hell of a preseason. Lindsay says, yep, he's number 1. Number 1 water bottles, Tyrone is saying. Let's go here to Ty. I'm going with KJ. I think that Caleb's going to be the one to break through before. It's again, it really relies on if Aaron Rodgers wants to play the game. Caleb Johnson, you just turn around and hand the ball off to him. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I think Roman has more of the capability, but I think Caleb has the reign to be able to do it because he makes the play happen as a running back where you're not guaranteed to get the ball thrown to you as we've seen with Roman Wilson. So again, it's going to be interesting. Lindsay said, actually want to see KJ do something. I do too, because again, a lot of good talk, Mike, leading up to when he got drafted from Iowa. He's going to be able to do this, going to do that. And it wasn't so much his running game that kept him out of the game, in my opinion. It was the big mistake early in the season. So whether that was the reason through the stretch of the season, the duration of the season, I don't know. But again, Mike, I'd like to see both of these guys at least get the opportunity. Where last year when you were deficient of, had holes in positions and you didn't have guys, you could have certainly been using these guys a lot more. We didn't. So this is going to be something we're also going to be keeping an eye open for in preseason. Cody said Justin Tucker, Deshaun Watson, and Christian Wilkins are in a bar when all of a sudden Mike Vrabel walks in and says, hey, you ain't pregnant too. Which person? What? Mike Vrabel walks in and says, hey, you ain't pregnant to which person? I don't know.
The punchline makes no sense.
I think he's asking a question. I don't even know if there is a punchline. I think he's asking if which one wouldn't be pregnant of those 3.
I'm so confused.
Cody's probably just over there laughing on his end. Tortilla Roman, he says Roman will be the one. Lindsay, oh my God, huge mistake. That was so dumb. Tomlin said ride the bench. Guys, I got a little bit here in front of me. Hooked on Cody on phonics, Somber says.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting, guys. This was Darius Slade talking about Coach T and his system. Apparently, this was what Darius Slade. You remember that he got cut halfway through the season. I think he got cut, and he was supposed to go to Buffalo, and then he decided he didn't want to go because it was too cold. There was issues, so don't get me wrong. But this was said about Coach T and his system by way of Darius Slade. He says this, I ain't going to lie, that Pittsburgh stuff, that was rough for my dog, Jalen Ramsey, because that shit's backwards over there, Slay said. That ain't Terrell Austin shit. TA ain't teach none of that shit in fucking Detroit. They was outside leverage on every fucking call. That's why you see whenever Ramsey got scored on, he's chasing someone that's running away from his outside leverage. Also, he goes on to say this as well. He says, it's crazy them guys make plays. Don't get me wrong. This is what these coaches were telling me. You play outside leverage, and if they catch the ball inside, it's on the defensive line because they're so good at batting the ball down. I'm not banking on that. That's the only thing I did not like about the defense. Everything was outside leverage in the red zone, and the shit was weird as fuck. I've never played that shit. He really didn't hold back, Mike, on any of the language here. And here's my thoughts on this. A lot of people are going to say this. They're going to say, well, he was bad. He has sour grapes. But in my opinion, you just came from a team that does everything well and won a Super Bowl and been to multiple Super Bowls. And then you went to a team that hasn't won a playoff game in 10 years. I think there's some water to this, Mike. I think that it holds weight to some capacity. Darius Slay's words on the system here in Pittsburgh, he says it's just, it was the weirdest shit I ever did. He says, it was weird as fuck. I never had to play like they had me playing in Pittsburgh. Was it too complicated? Was it just a crazy system, the defense? Yeah. Mike, what's the answer to this?
I don't know. Because like every opinion can be right. It feels like, because there can be an argument made for everyone.
You're right.
Because it could be sour grapes. It could be it's a bad system. It could be it's a system he's not used to having to run, and therefore could have been confused by it. And Jalen Ramsey could have been a little confused by it as well, like because it's outside of what they're normally do. And is it the coaching staff trusting their D-line? Because he also said, I think that same thing, they're trusting the D-line to knock down passes, which they do a whole hell of a lot, especially inside the red zone. So it's weird. I honestly don't know where to land on this one.
Well, my thing is, I think all of them. Why would he have any sour grapes? I mean, he didn't show any signs of being upset. He wasn't playing good football. He decided not to continue playing football in Buffalo. To me, it seems like he's given his honest assessment because he was just on a team that does a lot of things right and was playing defense the right way and getting it done, winning hardware. And he goes to a team again that hasn't won a playoff game in 10 years. I would think that it would have to hold weight.
Or he's been mad that he wasn't getting a lot of playing time.
Well, if he wanted playing time, he could have went somewhere else and played. The fact of the matter,
he tried to weasel his way back into Philadelphia. Then the Bills signed him, and then he turned down the Buffalo
job as well. Though he was going there, and then he decided he wasn't going to play anymore. So how bad did the guy want to play? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
for that to be his argument.
You don't know. I don't know. We'll find out this year, man, to see if there's a scheme change. So we'll find out who's right and who's wrong. But
man, I think 10 years of not winning a playoff game kind of gives you a little bit of a
little bit of a
tell.
We'll just see. Yeah, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Let's go back on the board. This is just where we be at this time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go all the way right here where Somber. He says hooked on Cody. Cody hooked on Phonics. Vegas says the CTE typed that for Cody. Lindsay, God's slay bum. Lindsay says, now if he would have had a better time here and left and made the comments, see, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to tell because why would he come out of nowhere now and just start talking shit on a team that he played for, a year ago? It doesn't. We will find out. You're right. Yeah. We will find out. Diana Rossini is what Cody's saying. Tyrone says, love Tallman. 3 reasons I'm happy he stepped down. 1, scheme ass. Doesn't play or develop rookies. 3, I mean, there's definitely a handful of complaints that people will have at the end of the day. And you know what? I don't think they're unwarranted, but at the end of the day, the man did manage to never allow a losing season. And that's an accomplishment in itself. Other coaches just haven't. Even Bill Belichick had losing seasons, and Andy Reid had losing seasons. So I think again, I think that what you're saying, it's warranted. I think there was issues, and I think he did well. So at the end of the day, it's time to move on. See what we can do. Let's go here. Tortilla. He said Slay had inside out leverage. Let's go to Tortilla. He says Darius Hayward Slay. Cody says Slay calling out Tomlin's busted defense. Let's go here to Lindsay. Slay loves MVS. Tyrone says schedule drops May 14th. So is that what it is? Is that the date that everybody's confirming? Yeah. Like May 14th. And that should be what, next Wednesday, Thursday, did you say?
Well, I got to pull up the calendar. Thursday.
All right. So next Thursday, we're looking for the schedule to be dropped less than a week from right now. Let's go, Mark Malone. Confusing. Even the fucking opposing team's offense know what the Tallman's D was doing. That's what they said. But anyway, we will find out, guys, as we do move along. And the Steelers are at rookie camp today. As we mentioned, there's about, I don't know how many names I read off, Mike, roughly 30 to 40 different names that I think that I went through. That's between veterans, invites, and rookies. That's all going on today as we are waiting. We're waiting the word, like from anybody. Tell us if you've seen Aaron Rodgers. If you hear anything, certainly put it up on the board, Mike. That is the big news. What's the bigger news today? Is it rookie camp starting or is it Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers. I think it's Aaron Rodgers is the bigger news story. Rookie minicamp, it's just guys getting acclimated to the team and all that stuff. You really, because we can't see any video from that stuff. You really can't report how people are looking like. So I think Aaron Rodgers is the biggest one right now, because I wish there was like more reporting allowed to be done of rookie minicamp. I wish you can see some of the stuff that they're doing. That kind of puts a damper on it, but it is nice to see the guys in there and getting some work in, and maybe getting some accounts of how things are going. But Aaron Rodgers is the more important story right now, because if he is in town, snuck in, signs a deal, cool. We know what the hell what's going on for sure, 100%.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Mike. I was going to do, so we had a few things set up for today. However, I don't know if we want to do them. I know that Christine was here yesterday. She wanted to do pictures of Somber and I. Somber sent in his pictures. We set up a little package, but I don't know if we want to do it because Christine was the one that was inquiring about the pictures with no beard. So I think that we hold on to those, Mike, until Christine's in the house. I haven't seen her here today. So
Yeah.
we'll hold off. And unless you guys are hell bent, but I think that we should hold off on that, Mike.
I think so too. Maybe a nice little Monday little activity there.
Yeah, and it could be a lot of fun. As I said, I want to say thank you to Somber. Somber did send his bearded and beardless pictures in. And if you want to check out Somber's pictures in the meantime, go over to the Discord and join if you're not already a member. But if you are, swing over to Discord, and Mike will throw the link up, and you could check out Somber's pictures there. He does have bearded and beardless pictures as pictures from in the Navy, also a couple other ones as well. And okay. Somber says, I think she already seen mine. And I do want to say thank you for your service as well, as Somber was in the Navy. So, again, maybe we'll do that on Monday.
That'll work.
Let's see. Vegas says, wait for her. She said she loves your beard. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to do without her here because she's the one that actually brought up the topic in the conversation. But Somber again does have Mike. He has about 10 pictures up over there.
Yeah, whatever. I checked him out.
There's bearded pictures. There's beardless pictures. Go check out Somber on the Discord. Tyrone says Christine driving at the hospital. Not sure why, but she told me to say hi. I asked her where she was like about an hour ago.
Dang, I hope everything's all right.
Yeah. Cody says this, Aaron Rodgers is wearing a red shirt with overalls and a red hat going around Pittsburgh, fixing pipes, punching blocks for coins. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll make it a thing. Make it a thing. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website?
Head on over to the Dumyinzers.com. We got all the top news stories out there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you can check it out. We got links to the merch store. We got links to all around and on social media. So check it out at the Dumyinzers.com. It's a happening place.
Go check it out. Mike did a lot of work over there. It had a total facelift. It's like a whole new website. Go check it out. www.the2dumyinzers.com. That's www.the2dumyinzers.com. A lot of cool things over there. Go do check that out. Let's go right here. Rodgers is going to show up in a dunker wig. I'd like that. That'd be funny.
Hell yeah, brother.
Ty says this. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let her know Monday. Ty says Somber. Lindsay as well. Me what? LOL. I guess it's time. It's time to do some trivia.
Trivia.
Mike, put on your thinking caps. Everybody at home, put on your thinking caps as well. Everybody on the board. Here we go. This is the question of the day. This is a little bit of a memory test, if you will. A little bit of a memory test. Who was the Steelers kicker between Sean Sweezum and Chris Boswell? Now, I want to explain this. I have to kind of put this into perspective for a way that is easy to understand. So, Sean Sweezum was the punter, or was the kicker from 2010 to 2014, okay? And then he got hurt. And this kicker, the one that I'm looking for, is the answer, who was there. But Sean Sweezum was still on the roster. He didn't get released till 2016. But he wasn't the kicker. The kicker I'm looking for kicked the ball between Sean Sweezum and between Chris Boswell. So let me go through this again. Who was the Steelers kicker before Boz? And people would say Sweezum if they would look it up, but that's not the way it plays out because, again, Sweezum was here 10 to 14 as the kicker, got hurt. This guy came and was the kicker. Sweezum was still on the team, but got cut in 2016, but he didn't kick after he got hurt. So I'm looking for this one kicker, Mike. Who was the kicker on the Steelers between Chris Boswell and Sean Sweezum? Take a minute to think that over. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. every day right here on the Tube.
On Tube.
What's your thought process, Mike?
I don't have an answer. The chat is up. Somber, you are on the right track. As soon as I saw what you put in there, a name clicked into my head.
Mike, that's the way the trivia goes for you every day. I don't know if you like that.
I know. So full credit to Somber. I believe it was Josh Scobie.
Josh Scobie, interesting, Mike. Is
that I remember when Sweezum got hurt because he always wanted to go out and tackle people because he was Canadian. He was a hockey player, made the tackle and broke his leg.
The kicking Canuck.
Yeah, the kicking Canuck, and I think it is Josh Scobie.
All right, I'm seeing some Josh Scobies also on the board, Mike. So is this your final answer? Josh Scobie. It was between Sean Sweezum and Chris Boswell. You're sure of that?
That's what I'm going with.
All right, so I'm going to lock you in on that, and we're going to give the credit to Somber if it is correct. Somber says this. He had a funny name. Let me go back because I think I missed some here. Lindsay says this. My hair is dyed red. I don't need two Tyrone. Also, Tortilla saying Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was the kicker. Let's go here to Somber. Wasn't it something like Scooby-Doo or something? He had a funny name. Cody says Mark Wahlberg. 007. What's up? Always great seeing 007 on the board. 007 is saying Josh Scobie as well. Somber said, yeah, that's it right there. Tortilla says, I don't know his friend, but I know his friends with Odell Beckham Jr. Lindsay says cheating. Yeah, he is, but there's just no other way to do it. I apologize. Let's go here to Mark Malone. He says old vet guy, wasn't it? Ty says Lindsay, Mike, don't cheat. Cody says Jeff Reed. Vegas is saying Gump. Mike, you said Josh Scobie, and that's what you're sticking with. I do have you locked in on that. Question of the day: who was the kicker on the Steelers between Sean Sweezum and Chris Boswell? And again, it was kind of tricky by the way that it played out because it technically was Sean Sweezum. However, he didn't get cut till after the guy that started kicking. So basically, it was kind of a tricky question. Mike certainly used the resources to his advantage. He chooses Josh Scobie. The person that did kick the ball between Chris Boswell and Sean Sweezum was, in fact, Josh Scobie. Sweezum was the kicker 2010 to 2014, gets hurt in 2015. Scobie comes in and does the kicking in 15. Sweezum comes back after the injury in 2016, still not kicking, though. Scobie keeps the job. They cut Sweezum. And then the very next year, Chris Boswell was signed with the Steelers in 2016 and is still there till this day. So good job, guys. Great job, everybody. That is the correct answer. Josh Scobie.
Good job. Good job, everyone. Somber with the assist. Thank you.
Mike, your thoughts on today's show, just all the topics. Aaron Rodgers, of course, is the Sasquatch. We all have our eyes open for him. The rookie camp starts today. A bunch of odd news here and there, odds and ends, things.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this today and the week?
Yeah, I think it is possible to develop two quarterbacks at the same time. We this that'd be like saying you can't develop two receivers at the same time. You can't develop two defensive linemen. You can't develop two offensive linemen at the same time. You can develop multiple people at the same time at the same position. So Charlie Batch, I think, starting to talk out of his ass a lot, or more and more as his tenure in the Pittsburgh media goes on. He's just becoming crazier and crazier, I believe. The whole Aaron Rodgers thing, the Ayahuasca Express, as I have coined it. I'm loving the saga, man. I hope it gets resolved quickly.
I think it's
This
boring.
is so we know. And then like the whole contract situation right here now, people I see online are arguing, oh, if you give him this much, it's going to ruin, the carryover cap from this year to next year. Like, who gives a flying fuck? Omar Khan knows what he's doing with the salary cap, so fuck it. And it'd be nice to have Aaron here. And you know what? This whole week has been great. Tyrone, you've been a champion all week, taking the heat with the JPJ stuff. You, my friend, are the GOAT.
See, I'm bored personally with the Aaron Rodgers thing. It's not fun to me. It's just, it's outside the box, and it's Aaron. It's not football's a team thing. And again, at the end of the day, I'm ready to move on with this and get things figured out and decide what we got to do. And it's always so hush hush. And I knew that it was that way under Tomlin, so we'll see if it continues under Mike McCarthy. But at the end of the day, I find it boring. I'll be happier when it's all said and done, and we don't have to worry about all off season if we're going to have a quarterback. So once this era is done, I'm going to be fine with it. I'm kind of over the Aaron Rodgers thing. We have two pieces in place that we took in the draft the past couple of years. We're probably going to go after somebody next year if those don't work out or show enough to work out. So at the end of the day, I'm bored with it. This isn't why I like football. I don't want to sit around and worry if my quarterback is going to be our quarterback this year. That's just, again, it's beyond my area of interest. So I'm over that. He's going to help us win some games at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, Mike, it's going to be an era that we all go back and laugh at if, in fact, we don't win a Super Bowl this coming season. We're all going to go back, in the future and talk about those days, those 2 years when Aaron Rodgers came. And I think we'll all probably laugh and have some fun with that as, time goes by and we laugh at Tommy Gunn getting garbage thrown in his yard, or we laugh at this player for that. I do think that this is going to kind of go down as that one of those time periods where we were in a state of disarray. And again, I'm just bored with it. I'm bored with it. I want to talk football. I don't want to talk about if Aaron Rodgers is on an airplane or if he's coming today or if he's. It's just, again, kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at this point. So if he comes, let's do this. If not, let's move on. That's what I'd rather worry about our football team instead of one guy who, again, he's not a Steeler. He's going to retire a Packer. He's a Packer. He's got all of his numbers as a Packer. He's won a Super Bowl as a Packer. He announced that he's going to retire a Packer. Whatever. If you can win a Super Bowl for us, let's do it. If not, I'm ready to move on. That's just me. Let's get back on the board here for a couple. I don't want to leave anybody out, Mike. Let's go to Somber. Great show, you bastards. We appreciate you, my man. As always, thank you. As always. Cody said Jeff Reed is the only kicker on the team I remember. Tyrone, man, he is Mike, he is a champion. He, like I said yesterday, like a guy in the war that gets shot, that carries the flag. You always got somebody that's going to be the man that grabs that flag and keeps moving forward. Tyrone is that man with the here we go in the Rockets. So we haven't seen Aaron Jade for about a week. So Tyrone is keeping that tradition going. Also saying Mike is the GOAT. Following that up by saying it's all good. I always say you got to be good. You got to be good to be talked about, Mike. There you go. 100. Cody says salary cap is fake. Chrysophus, what's up, dude?
What up?
Media available tomorrow. Reports on practice. Mike Sandusky. Cody's saying, great seeing you, Chris. Yes, we got all kind of things going on, man. Hopefully, again, I would like the news to be about the kids. I would like the news to be about the rookies. I'd like the news to be about the undrafted free agents. But no, we're all going to sit here and all worry about Aaron Rodgers and if he's going to show up. So that's what I'm saying. He's kind of taking things from other people at the end of the day. I'm over it. It's boring to me, but it is what it is. This time next year, Mike, we're not going to be having this issue. We'll have other issues, of course. But again, if he's going to come in and win us some football games, I'm all for it. but just keep in mind his heart's in Green Bay. His heart is in Green Bay.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Let's go here to Ty. He says, A-Rod coming home. No worries, the stress. A-Rod is coming. Tortilla says, and he will. I think he'll be here. I just think it's boring. Again, we should be excited about these kids. We have a whole crop of rookies that we just drafted. Guys that are probably going to have big impact on this team here eventually. And again, we're worried about if a 43-year-old man is on an airplane here to come. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I'll take it. Yes, he'll get us. He'll benefit us, but I'll be fine when it's over as well. That's just me. What all do we got to go over here today, Mike? It's Mother's Day weekend. You're not going to want to miss the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are in San Francisco. The road trip finishes up on Sunday, as does the first quarter of the season in Major League Baseball. The Pirates start a 3-game set against the Giants tonight at 10:15. Game 1 of 3 tonight. Pittsburgh Riverhounds back at it, Mike, as they travel to Louisville City. They take on Louisville City FC tomorrow at 7:00 p.m. And the Pittsburgh Passion, our women are finally back at it, Mike, after the big 56-14 win over Tampa Bay last week in the opener. They're traveling to D.C. to take on the Divas, Mike, the team that knocked them out of the playoffs. A surprising upset last year in the playoffs. It was the Passion season, in my opinion, to lose, and they did not pull it off, Mike. Passion at DC tomorrow at 6:00. That will be on YouTube. I certainly will be watching that game. And finally, the UFL all through the weekend. If you still, you want a little bit of American football to kind of get you through, guys, UFL could, as long as it's football on my TV, I'm happy with it. Mike, tonight, week 7 in the UFL, Columbus going to St. Louis. That's an 8:00 game. Over the weekend, Saturday, Louisville at DC. That's 1:30 tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Dallas at Birmingham, an 8:00 start. And finally, week 7 wraps up in the UFL as Orlando travels to Houston on Sunday at 6:00.
A lot of sports to hold us over right now until training camp, man. A lot going on.
I love it. It helps. It does. It really makes time go. Let's go, Cody. Cody says this. Remember the time Rodgers got sacked by Broderick? Yes. How can you forget? That's going to definitely be a moment that we laugh about for the rest of our lives. Vegas says Brojo stinks, and we talk about him. And Somber says per Rappaport. Mike, Mother's Day. Any big plans?
Yeah. I can get my mom something for Mother's Day. Go check out to her place, see her, make sure she's doing all right.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of her. She's getting up there in age, but she's still spry. Still spry for an almost 70-year-old woman, man. She runs laps around me, man. So I can go home, take care of mom for a little bit.
I don't know what's going on with that, Somber. All I'm seeing is per Rappaport, and then he follows it up by saying, I guess the first message. I don't know what's going on. Are you on this? Are you in the room here that's not the vertical?
Yeah, he's in with us. I think maybe because I'm seeing like Breesy Hall signed his.
Yeah, I'm seeing all that too. But why didn't the one before?
Yeah, I don't know. The George Pickens and Kyle Pitts signed all their stuff. Yeah. YouTube hates us sometimes, Somber. You know how it is.
But Somber is saying Jets signed Brees Hall to a 3-year deal, $15.25 million a year. He's saying so that is that. Also, what else do I want to say, Mike? With all these sports going on, you're not going to want to forget to include our friends in your weekend. Duquesne Pilsner, Mike, now available at Giant Eagle in 6 and 12 packs and wherever cases are sold. The people at Duquesne Pilsner are really awesome to us, and we like to return a favor to them. So we ask you guys, maybe swing by, grab yourself some Duquesne Pilsner. Maybe you don't drink, and that's fine too, because you could always go over to their social media, hit the follow button, and keep up with the Duquesne Pilsner folks. Again, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Always have Duquesne Pilsner here in the studio, Mike, on tap for every event made right here in Pittsburgh. And it says on the can, grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
Cody, here's a good question from Cody, Mike. A little Q&A, if you will. Cody says, how many times your mom beat you as a kid, Mike?
0.
I don't believe that for a minute. I think she drop kicked you in the head is what I'm thinking.
My mom is like 5'0", red hair, crazy eyes, and a temper. You listened.
Thank you, Lindsay. You too. You have a great weekend and
Have a good one,
happy
Lindsay.
Mother's Day to you, Lindsay. Um, but do that also, Mike. Do go check out their social media, and while you're there, check us out as well, guys. We are all over the internet. You can check us out on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and even TikTok. Click the follow button. Keep up with what the two Dumb Yinzers are up to on a day-to-day basis. And finally, Mike, if you haven't yet, everybody hit that like button down below. It all helps us out. Hit the like, the sub button, the share, comment, whatever. It all helps out, guys. We appreciate it all. No problem, Lindsay. Thank you as well. Hope you have a great one. Also, we'll grab a couple more here, Cody. I bet you got the Chonkala a lot, Mike. The Chonkala.
I did not. I did not get hit.
Vegas says Beck's face looks like he holds in all of his farts. There you go. What else?
I'm gonna plug the Vanilla Thunder Twitter handle.
Yeah.
If you want life advice, if you want good Steeler takes, check out V Thunder 6969 on Twitter, on the X, baby. Vanilla Thunder is on there just having a ball. So check it out, guys. V Thunder 6969.
Go check it out. There you go. There's the link right on the terrible board. Vegas says the last time my mom hit me, she hit me with the broom, and I started laughing at her. Thankfully, she laughed too, which was the key for sure. Tortilla says Beck farts through his eyes. I do want to say this, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and checking us out all this week. We appreciate you guys. We truly, honestly do. Every single one of you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you, everybody on the board. You guys always keep the show interesting. We couldn't thank you enough. You are the blood. You are the lifeblood of the show. Thank you so much. And then also everybody that's at home, maybe in the car, in the gym, at the workplace, watching, listening, whatever the case may be. Thank you. True. I want to say to everybody, have a great Mother's Day weekend. I hope you all get to see mom and do some stuff and maybe take her out to some dinner, maybe something like this. But it is Mother's Day, so do not forget that. It's on Sunday. Also, a lot of sports going on. Like I'll be watching our Passion. I'll be watching our Buccos, keeping an eye on the Riverhounds. And of course, I will be watching football with the UFL on TV. But we'll be back Monday morning to get into everything because I'm hoping, Mike, it's we're supposed to have a quarterback before that point at sometime between now and Monday. Mike, they're saying sometime this weekend, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be in town visiting with the team to see if he's going to be re-signing here in Pittsburgh. We'll be on top of that as the rookie camp goes throughout the whole weekend. And as Chris mentioned on the board earlier, they will start having media availability tomorrow. So keep your eye open for that at rookie camp as well. Still a lot of things going on, guys, trying to figure everything out with the squad. But next week we have the schedule release on Thursday. The following Monday, we have OTAs. So, Mike, things are pretty much in motion here as this offseason continues along. I know that I can't wait till we get to August to start seeing some preseason, but I'll be happy. I'm happy hearing all the news day by day. Again, rookie camp today, scheduled next week, OTAs the next week, Aaron Rodgers today through the weekend. So there's always so much going on with our Steelers, and I'll certainly be paying attention to all that throughout the weekend, and we'll certainly be going over all of that on Monday morning. We hope to see everybody back Monday. We'll be back at our regular time. Hopefully, Christine will be in the house. We could have that fun as well with those pictures and such. Other than that, Mike, I don't know if am I forgetting anything?
I think we got it all, brother. Man, it's everyone just have a great weekend, man. I want to see everyone back here happy and healthy on Monday and kick off another great week of here on the Two Dumb Yinzers because you guys are awesome, man. And like Ryan says, man, without you guys, why would we do this?
We would not be in the top 1% if it wasn't for you guys.
We would not be. So yes, everyone back here happy and healthy on Monday, and maybe we'll pick on Cody next week since it was Tyrone's week this week. Maybe it's Cody's turn.
And you were all top 1%. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? You guys are just as much as this as we are. So take pride in it as well, guys. You were all part of the top 1%. Congratulations to you. Let me grab a couple more messages. Somber says perpetual pink eye. Tyrone says this just got off. Should I go get Taco Bell back? You should go get Taco Bell back to back. I am 100% for that. Cody says you got Instagram. That's to us. We do. We have it. Vegas says no back-to-back Taco Bell somber. Just inject it into your veins, Ty. Let me scoot here. Tortilla. Tortilla says this nacho cheese IV. I think that I would be up for that as well. Somber says Baja Blast sodium nacho cheese. Just a normal bag of fluids. Guys, you were awesome this week. We really, truly appreciate you guys. We really honestly do. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. Stays out of trouble. And again, spend some time with mom. Give her a call, maybe. Grab her a card, flowers, something. Make sure you do that because she's the only one that we have. So make sure you take care of her. Cody says you can try. Somber says, peace, fellas. We want to thank everybody once again for coming and hanging out and all your support. You know that. Again, we'll see everybody on Monday. Buccos, big series tonight against the Giants. Mike, who wins the series? Pirates, Giants?
I hate to say it. Giants.
All right, I'm going with the Buccos on this one. And I do want to say welcome to Aaron Jade. Mike, he does make it through the door before he makes it out.
That.
And I just want to say, Aaron, my man Ty, he's been not picking up the slack. He picks up the flag and marches with it as they do in war. And somebody goes down, as a soldier gets shot. So I do want to say that he's certainly been carrying your legacy while you've been off a couple of days. So Ty has been doing a great job. But awesome, always seeing you, Aaron, as well. Here we go, Steelers with the Rockets. I love that. Cody says I work in the oil field. Bring it on. Somber says peace, fellas. Mike, anything else? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Again, take care of that mom of yours. We'll be back Monday. First thing, do it all over again. Will Aaron be here? We don't know. Rookie camp wrap up on Sunday. We'll be into all that stuff Monday morning. We hope to see everybody then. Have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe. Behave. And again, celebrate mom, okay? Have a great weekend. For the two Dum Yinzers, for Chop, for RB, for Derpy, Finch, Mike, myself, here at the show, the gang. Everybody have a great Mother's Day weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.